48 hours, I'm closing this page. If you want to get in touch with me,
Level 1. Rhythm.
We up in here today. Yeah. Check it out now. Let me tell it, homie. Around my territory, listen to my true story, let me tell it, homie. This is how it pop off around my territory. Better show love, show never better back up off me. This is how it go down around my town. Defending my title, survival, defeat challengers. Check out how I made it from scratch, just call me crossfader. Wrote it down on paper, now haters can catch the gas vapor. Crossing state of federal flavor, we keep it several. Now wipe the sleep right out your eyes if your vision's blurry. We mainly ravage those savages who fly by night. With Alibaba notorious, you can call me Papa. The showstopper, hold it down like a shot blocker. So all my riders get up and do the gangster strut. You a dumb chick with a big butt, now mix it up like mutts. Getting dirty in the dust, the kid and never lose my touch. When the pressure's on steel, guaranteed much.
Strung out on you, believe in my heart every night and day. I'm strung out on you, I can hardly wait to see you again.
You are correct.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen and players of all ages? Welcome to another episode of Gaming Trouble. I hope you had an amazing week. Happy Friday, everybody. And I hope you've been gaming hard and playing so much that your fingers are bleeding. And it's all thanks to us. Now, of course, I'm going to introduce quickly my awesome panel. We're going to talk about my Samoan brother from another mother. We're going to talk about the Neon Shogun. He is all about those ARPGs and JRPGs, and he's guaranteed to eat your cookies because he's all about that stuff. Are your cookies gone?
you're not going to come get my cookies.
Dude, what
Come
kind
get
of
my
cookies
Dr. Doom
you
cookies.
got? You got whoa. Hold on. I'm pausing the intro.
Listen, every time you say something about cookies, you're not going to get them. I'm gonna show you that he ain't getting these. He ain't getting my Doctor Doom cookies. Okay.
All right.
These
all
are
right.
this is the fourth package of the Marvel ones.
You keep
So,
on
yeah.
you keep on saying that the rows are disappearing already.
Well, too bad. The thing is, you ain't getting my cookies though. So
Oh man. And he's also
I take that offensive.
of course. And of course, he's also about that stealth, and he's about to choke you out and make you tap. He is the one and only Tony San Miguel.
What's up, players? Hope you had a great week. Mine was uneventful. Only games I've been playing is Assassin's Creed Origins, so I've been getting my stealth on. So glad you guys came to hang out. Let's see what dumb shit I say tonight. Let's party.
Just don't say anything that gets us bad.
Oh, of course. But let's talk about the best hair in the business. Let's talk about the ladies, man. Let's talk about the one who's all about that cosplay. He is the Joe Masashi. He is also about that freaking collectibles. He collects all or he collects nothing. He's also about collecting those damn achievements. Speaking of achievements, Scott Pilgrim, EX developers, work on it, man. Those achievements aren't unlocking, bruh.
Yeah. Get to work, man. Come on.
Absolutely. And of course, he's also about that knowledge. He knows the timelines of all these awesome games. He is the one and only Johnny Elisea.
What's going on, players? I hope you all have a great week. And yeah, they Scott. Even though the achievements are not unlocking for Scott Pilgrim EX, it's a great game, and I'm a little disappointed that it's not getting the recognition it truly deserves because it's a fun beat 'em up game. And I tell people if you like games like River City Ransom and you like Double Dragon, this is a game that you should definitely check out. So, and right now I also picked up which I couldn't believe I missed this game though. It was on sale for $10 and I picked it up before the sale ends. It was Blood Rain Betrayal. They actually the re-release version.
Oh, the re-release version. Yeah. Oh, dude, I didn't even get my chance to even jump on that.
Yeah, I was looking through the sale price and then I saw it was like 10 because originally it was like $20 and then they had a sale price, a sale thing like deal going on, and I saw it was $10. I said, "Oh, I haven't even played this. I got to get it." So I got it.
Yeah, I played that. I played that on the OG. Yeah, I played that on the OG Xbox. You know, long time ago.
I missed it though, but luckily they re-released it, so
yeah.
I'll definitely gonna check that out during the weekend.
It's a good game. It's actually pretty awesome story and everything. You know, if you like sucking.
Yeah, I like the animation. I was drawn by the animation of the game, so it looks fantastic. So
very very good. You know, but of course, you know, we gotta think about that Blood Rain movie made for Uwe Ball. You know,
why you had to bring that up?
I had to, bro. I actually no. Listen. Okay. I'm gonna tell you a funny story. Okay, I was just just browsing through freaking movies and all that stuff, and I just came across freaking Blood Rain. You know, the movie, and I was like Uwe Ball, and I was like, you know what? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna give it another shot. I just want to watch this with more of a objective eye. Trust me. After the first 3-4 scenes, I said, you know what? I'm done. Okay, I got turned it off. It was that bad.
God bless Christina Loken though, because I loved her as Taja in Mortal Kombat Conquest, and I loved her as the TX in Terminator 3. And I also loved her in Painkiller Jane. I don't know if you ever seen that series on Sci-Fi.
No, I didn't. I actually was looking. I was interested.
It came out like in the early to mid 2000s. That is such a great series. I used to watch it on Sci-Fi.
Painkiller.
And but it's just unfortunate that because to be honest with you, she looked like she could really play a good Rain. She actually has the look.
She has a look.
But it's just like. It's just a story. It's just Wayne's Ball. It's like the story and everything was just like complete trash. And then you had someone like Ben Kingsley and the late Michael Madsen in that film too. It's like, how do you screw that up?
Yeah,
you know?
I feel really really bad for any cast member who actually gets hired by that odious man. You know, and the script was horrible. Was thrown together. The background, and not even that. He doesn't even stick to the storyline. He just completely goes off the rails.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just like, oh, I'm making this movie myself. I'm just taking the name and just making my own movie.
I
I
think
saw
I
House of
think
the
I think
Dead and then avoided them ever since. Anything with Uwe Boll attached, I've been avoiding.
Oh man.
dude. Let me tell you something. I remember when I don't think I told you this, but if I did, I remember he on Science Girls they had him on, and then I remember he was saying that he actually wanted to do he actually wanted to do a House of the Dead again though, but then somebody else had it to. I'm like, dude, you had your chance doing House of the Dead and you blew it. Okay, you think Sega's gonna give you another chance of doing
You
that?
blew it!
No way. Sega was
Yeah,
like, Sega was like,
exactly.
you are not touching our IPs. Stay away
Yeah.
from our IPs.
Like Billy
Exactly.
Madison, you blew it!
You blew
Yeah.
it.
Have you guys seen that movie Copland?
Oh, Copland. Oh yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
That's
remember,
Yeah.
remember that part where Robert Downey Jr. was no, Robert De Niro was yelling at Sylvester Stallone at that scene, and he said, "I gave you a chance to do this, and you blew it. You
Yeah,
blew
you
it.
blew it.
You blew it. You blew it. My gosh, man.
He sounded like Harry from Dumb and Dumber when he said it.
Oh, God.
Yeah, dude, Copland was such an underrated movie. I love that movie.
It was. I mean, God bless Sylvester Stallone and everything, doing oddball movies. But it was actually a good movie.
No, hey, Oddball Boys, dude, no, he's doing great. Have you seen the Tulsa King? The Tulsa King's a really good show.
That is a great show. That is a
Stallone
great
loves
show.
acting.
Underrated.
He
I
just
love
wants
that
to
show.
show you he can
Oh
do
my
more than
God.
just tough guys and stuff.
Yeah.
He loves acting.
Dude, people underestimate him just because he's been doing these tough guy roles for so many years. That's what it is.
Yeah. He's like, I'm an actor. I don't just do these things. Could you imagine doing the same stuff for like 20 years straight? You'd get bored too, man.
Yeah, of course.
No, of course.
Listen. Every comedian.
That's why I love that Van Damme is silly now.
Yeah.
I love him even more now.
Oh, dude.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, he's got good range.
Dude,
I mean,
Van Damme's
He's
a
gone
guy.
full, like he's got a good vibe about him. He's hilarious.
Yeah.
I like him now.
he can do. You know what? Van Damme could do comedy. He can. If he
He should. He really has. It just hasn't come out here.
You know, so that's
Yeah.
I've done something in Europe or Asia, probably.
Dude, he played Master Croc in was it Kung Fu Panda 2?
Oh,
Yes.
that's right. That's how he did.
Yeah, why didn't he do like more voiceover work for like cartoons or animation, man? He'd be
I was
awesome.
like, yeah. His voice is as distinctive as Banderas, so why not? You could imagine a movie voiced over by Antonio Banderas and Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh my
Of
God.
course.
That would be great.
So good.
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely. So,
Of course, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, but you know,
CG versions.
But other than that, my fellow players, I hope you're having an amazing day. We're just gonna give some love to our awesome little sponsor. We're gonna talk about W, and awesome. Listen, man, these drinks are still fantastic. I love them. I keep on getting these flavors. These flavors are fantastic. Blood orange is still great. Oh man, it's still tasty. It's full of vitamins. It has B vitamins. B12 is actually essential for the body. It actually uses a nice coffee bean extract. It's actually a fruit extract that has natural caffeine. It has all that lift and none of that drop. It's actually great for workouts. It's great for doing like all-nighters. It gives you that steady, gives you that steady energy, which is actually fantastic. Great flavors, great collaborations. I mean, come on, they're still going strong with Crunchyroll. I mean, they did Ferrer and they did what do you call it? Soul leveling, and of course the recently
the action in that is crazy.
Yes.
I'm digging it.
Listen, Soul Leveling is like one of those shows that you root for this guy because this guy is just so overpowered, literally, and he's like almost like a one punch man. He's almost like a one punch man, but with ultra skill. He has the ability to resurrect people and everything. He doesn't. He keeps on doing arise and bringing these freaking super soldiers and everything. Dude, you see his freaking army? He's like right behind him. I'm like, bruh, this guy got the guy. He's got it. He's got it. You know, he's like, listen, take care of my light work. I'll take care of, and then he just bring the army in there, and then when his army is done, he takes care of the bad guy and everything. He's like, okay, with confidence, with confidence, he just stares at him. All right, let's size you up, and then let's take you down. It's so awesome. But anyway, other than that, if you want to check out their more awesome drinks that they're available, go to this website dubby.gg. Go on there and also use our code when you check out, TR3BLE. Get that 10% off. Check out all the drinks and everything, and tell them Gaming Trouble sent you. And remember, be better. Let's get into the topics, and I think we're gonna go into that gaming spit because we had the indie showcase that popped up, and then the Capcom showcase. So let's get into that.
I'm interested in what you're gonna put out there. Reading this description for our show today, so let's get to it.
Oh yeah, no, we'll get into it and everything, but let's just kind of briefly go over what they showed off.
Okay.
Of course, we already talked about Scott Pilgrim EX. That was like the first.
Yeah, that came out this week. Yeah,
that was the first game.
I still have the OG. I want to play that one now.
Versus the World. You haven't played that yet?
I have the OG one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So listen. The indie showcase was decent. It wasn't
anything. It wasn't really anything too big though. But I will say, there was this one game that actually caught my attention because you know me, I love dogs. I think that the game was called My Puppy or something like that.
My Puppy, yeah, my
What's
puppy.
My Puppy?
My Puppy, yeah.
Now I'm interested.
Yeah, dude, that looks so adorable. It was about like you go to dog heaven.
Oh,
and I was looking at that. I was like, oh, this is adorable. This is so adorable.
Oh my God, I can't.
Yeah, it's one of those feel good type of.
This
games.
is what's going to get me to buy that thing, the Switch.
Yeah,
this doggy game.
Yeah, because it has that doggy vibe. If you're a fan of pets, if you have a dog at home or whatever and you love, listen. This right here is like one of those games that you would just absolutely adore. It's almost like you know what I kind of miss? Remember that game that came out for the DS a long time ago? What was it called again?
You mean Nintendogs?
Nintendogs.
Yeah.
I missed that game. I missed that game so much, man. I think you can still find it, but I think they raised the price.
Yeah, you can still find around. I mean, listen, Nintendo games are always going to be very pricey, no matter what. Though. I mean, look at all these past systems out there right now. People are still remember what they said all about these retro stores. What Clayton Morris said when he was calling up these retro stores. He was saying that. So what's your most selling system? The lady on the phone was saying it was the 3DS, the DS, the Game Boy Advance, the Game Boy. All those Nintendo handheld systems are the ones that sell out the most.
Yeah, I want to. I want to get my hands on a Game Boy Pocket though. I mean, I still want to get my hands on
Game Boy Pocket is man, I would love to. Even though I have a Game Boy Advance though, but still, Game Boy Pocket is just something unique at the time. So, speaking of Game Boy Pocket or Game Boy Pocket though, do you remember that commercial where it was the young people? They were at these young kids were at the mall and they were bumping into these senior citizens, and this lady and one of the girls ew, old people. And then they start going back and forth and arguing with each other. And then and the old man said, he's like, I gotta take this thing and I gotta spend. And the kids were like, oh my God, you got Game Boy Pocket? And they were showing their colors and all the different type of colors, and they started getting along.
and they were cool with each other. Like, I'm hanging with you dudes.
Yeah, I'm hanging with you. Yeah. And one guy was like, he was like, oh, nice hair. And then one of the young guy was like, well, I don't know what to say. Well, nice hearing aid. He was like, what?
Awesome. I love that. I love those commercials.
Man, those commercials hit home, man. I tell you, man.
They were perfect.
Yeah. Speaking of
you're entertained and you wanted to buy the game. That's all you need.
Exactly. You want to buy that system. You had to want to buy that system because it just tells you listen, if you buy a Game Boy Pocket, choose whatever color you want, I'll guarantee you're gonna make friends with somebody out there.
I
You know that
had
happens.
I
But,
had
hey.
the gold. I had the gold edition. The gold edition. There was limited
Oh,
edition.
you son of a!
The limited edition,
Excuse me.
gold edition. I still can't find it at all because I actually got.
Oh,
stolen.
dude, what you can't find it? You always get the good stuff.
Yeah,
that
you do.
find.
I have so much stuff lost in my house. I
I'm
get you. I
not trying
get
to.
you.
I'm not trying to. No offense, I'm not trying to. But dude, oh man.
Dude, it was only available.
missing
It was
out,
only available
dude.
at Toys R Us.
It's
Toys R
concerned
Us was the
for
only
you.
place that had it. The Toys R Us exclusive gold edition
Oh.
freaking Game Boy Pocket. I actually worked hard to get my hands on it, and some SOB and everything. I can't wait to break his fingers. Stole it from me. They actually went into my
that
bag.
son of a bitch.
Went into my bag. Went into my bag and took it out because I actually
Hell, man.
I wasn't even aware. Because I actually went home, and I was like, okay, I was like, let me go ahead and play it. I tore my bag apart. I literally tore my bag apart. I dumped everything out. I dumped all my stuff, my books, my everything out.
Oh,
Wasn't even in there.
Jesus.
I went back to the spot where I was. I went over there. I checked my pockets. I was asking everybody, did you see? No, I didn't see it. Such and such and such. And so someone knew that I actually was playing, and actually, whatever, But
Oh.
when I find you, I'm gonna be like that guy and everything. He's like, when I find you, I will kill you. But
You could be like that boxing commercial. It was like for McDonald's or something like that, right? And the manager was telling him in the corner, remember that kid that was taking all your fries when you were a kid? It was him.
Ah.
And he came out of that corner like Mike Tyson.
Oh.
You remember that? It's going to be like that, dude.
Yeah, I
When you
remember
catch the
that.
guy who finds
I'm gonna
you.
go look up that commercial now. Holy crap!
yo,
I remember.
yes, okay, it's gonna be just like that. It's just to be like, oh, you remember that Game Boy? Remember that Game Boy Pocket and everything that got stolen years ago?
It was him.
It was him. I'll be like this. I'll be like this. I'm like,
Like a bull.
yeah, exactly.
The fire in your eyes,
Yes.
that evil intent
Oh my
is,
god.
is up,
Yes.
and you're ready to. Oof.
He stole literally 12 to 14 hours of my life because
He's a thief of joy.
because I actually saved money to get my hands on it. I saved money
Oh,
to get
man.
my hands on that
What
one.
a prick.
Yeah, taking other people's property and everything just because you don't have it. If you can't afford it, you can't afford it. Get a job.
Yeah.
Dumb
Get a
bitch.
summer job, you yahoos.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
That's what I do.
Yahoo! He called him Yahoo!
Yahoos. Oh yeah. Oh that's old school right there. Yahoo. You yahoos. All right. So, but anyway, but the Nintendo showcase and the thing wasn't really right. No,
Yeah, it wasn't. It was like except for that one game. That's the only game I cared about.
And then of course the Capcom showcase that popped up. Actually, there was a lot of stuff that they showed.
There was actually some good stuff though. I mean, what caught my attention was Pragmata. That's actually going to be coming out earlier now.
Yeah, that's right. They pushed up the date. Oh, yeah.
To April 17th though. So that was pretty good. I do like the fact that if you pre-order the game, they have this awesome samurai armor suit that you can wear. I was like, dude, that's the first thing I'm going to be wearing.
Dude.
I am going to pre-order just to get that suit.
Freaking
I want that.
Konoichi for your partner. You're gonna be wearing the freaking the Shogun suit. Oh come on,
Yeah.
come on, bro.
Yeah,
That's and on top,
that's the first
and it's
thing
for
I'm wearing.
physical copies too. That means if you pre-order the physical copy, see,
you get that
Capcom's
too.
got it. Capcom,
Of course they do.
I love you. Physical
course
media
you do.
matters. Physical media
Exactly.
matters.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
So Pragmata, I definitely can't wait for. And dude, I love the detail they went to with Onimusha Way of the Sword. Though they gave so much detail on the gameplay.
Yeah, that looks good.
However, I played it over at New York Comic Con. It actually is pretty good. But the only thing I'm a little disappointed, we still don't have a release date yet. But it is coming in this year.
Let them cook. Dude, just let them cook. You know what? Capcom right now is firing on all cylinders, and I'm actually all for it, man.
Dude, they've been cooking already. Come on.
No. As a matter of fact, they're master chefs. Let's just put it that way. Yes.
There you go. They don't even need to. But but they got I was hoping at least announce maybe summer or maybe fall 2026. At least give us like an estimate. So that way we know.
Yeah.
But that and we did get a little info on Mega Man Dual Overdrive. I do like the fact that they're letting people like create their own robots.
Dude,
Create their own robots and they take the entries.
Four finalists. They got 4 finalists right now. And
it was 6.
Oh, 6. I'm sorry. 6. I'm sorry. Six finalists.
6.
And they really good.
One of them is actually gonna have their robot in the game.
Yeah.
Which I think is awesome.
Dude, you know what? To be honest with you, if I had to vote, the one that I really like the most, I think the firefighter one looks pretty freaking cool though.
You mean Bald Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bald Man looks good though.
Freaking cool, dude. With the freaking water beam and all that junk. Come on, bro.
Yeah. There was one that caught my attention was somebody did a Cactus Man. He looks pretty decent.
Yeah. And the juggle guy, the juggle man one.
The juggling man. Yeah, juggling man.
Yeah.
Some guy did juggling man. Yeah, that looks pretty cool.
Hi, Heidi. Yeah. How you doing? You know, she's waving her hand. He's very nice. Awesome. Welcome, indeed.
Yeah. But yeah, well, what else did and then what else did they talk about? Street Fighter 6, you know, Alex is coming.
Alex and the thing, of course, you know, you have they do the motion capture and which looks pretty awesome.
Kenny Omega, and all that stuff.
Dude, let me just put it to you this way. His personality is all over freaking Alex. His personality is all over Alex.
Yeah. It looks
so good, man. It looks good.
Dude, that's his favorite character because he always played like Alex. I remember when he played Street Fighter 5, like whenever he played online, Alex was his go character, and Cody, yeah. Mm-hmm. Cody and Alex was his favorite, go-to characters. So, but that was cool.
Gear. He is Alex, dude.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he is.
Dress him up in the exact same gear. He's him, dude.
And one of his supers, and everything is the freaking one-winged angel, which is pretty.
Yeah,
cool.
The one-winged angel.
Yeah.
But he had to call. The reason why he called it that is because he's a fan of Final Fantasy.
Of course.
That's the reason why.
Yeah, during his wrestling matches and everything, he has the theme and everything, you know, with the wing. Oh, that's freaking amazing.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy?
Really?
Yeah.
Dude,
watch his matches.
Let me say something. He actually knows the director, like who actually does the sounds for Final Fantasy, because I remember when he came out at Wrestle Kingdom. One of the composers for Final Fantasy actually did a theme song for him, for over at Wrestle Kingdom when he this. I think it wasn't this year. I think it was last year. Yeah,
that's wild, man.
That's pretty cool.
Wild.
Yeah,
that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, because they know that he's a huge fan of Final Fantasy, and then why do you think Capcom gave him this mocap job though? Because he's a big Street Fighter fanatic.
Yeah.
You know,
and he did one of the reveals also, and I think a while ago, and I think when the Street Fighter...
he did the season pass. Remember, he did that season pass 3 reveal. Remember, he dressed up all those characters.
Yeah. He's all over it, man. Pretty awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's a true player. Omega.
Indeed.
So. But then other than that, like after they show that, they were showing like the Capcom. They're gonna do the Capcom Cup and all that other stuff, and they gave us a worldwide release for the for that Street Fighter film that we don't.
That we don't really care about.
Yeah, October 16th, but. Yeah, but and then they said they were gonna have behind the scenes.
They feel like the South Park kids.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy?
What they're doing to Indy?
But you know what's crazy? Like the director of Street Fighter 6, like they were showing he was like behind the scenes of the film, like he was taking pictures with the cast of the film, and he was saying like this is the Street Fighter I wanted to see. But some people are saying, does he really mean that?
I hope.
Or he's just saying that.
How much did they pay you, pal?
Listen.
Hey, there you go, Tony. There you go. You just said it.
How much did they pay you, pal?
How much did they pay you to say
I'm not going to pussyfoot around. How much did they pay you?
Yeah.
He has to push this. You know Hollywood nowadays. They got to push. They got a product. They got to push, and you know. But dude, I met him. I met Takasano. He was over at Evo. He's a great dude, but you know, I mean, if he says all that, I said, listen, I just can't. From the stuff I've seen from this film, I can't believe it though. And so, Do me wrong. From what I've seen, it doesn't look good. So, but yeah.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, the way that I see it is this. I'm gonna wait like a week. Like when the movie gets released, I'm gonna wait a week. I'm gonna wait a week, and I'm not gonna listen to the previews. I'm not gonna listen to the reveal, whatever the premieres and all that bullshit. I want to wait a week when actual people watch the movie. And if you see the numbers tank, then then the nightmares actually came to fruition.
Here's the thing. I usually go to like advanced screenings and like premieres of films though. So if I happen to get invited to see this film, if I get invited to go see this film at an advanced screening or a premiere, I will definitely go see it, and then I'll sacrifice myself and let everyone know if it's really that bad.
You're gonna pull an Optimus Prime for us.
Godspeed.
Dude, at least I'm not gonna spend money on it though.
No, that's true, man. That's true.
Because I did. Dude,
go get it, Brad.
Dude, I went to the advanced screening of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. Okay. And I had to suffer through that movie, and I had to tell everybody how bad that movie was.
Oh, that movie was so bad. Oh.
Dude, just imagine, I was the first one to see it, and everybody wanted to know my take on it, and I told them. And I was honest with them. I was honest with them.
Bro, you should write movie reviews, seriously.
Dude,
unless it's a movie that I really have interest in, because I actually got invited to like some advanced screenings of some films. But I just had no attention.
So you'd write a great review.
Yeah, like for example, I had an invite to go see that movie, The Bride, with Christian Bale though, but I had no intention of seeing that movie. Then I heard from a lot of people saying it was terrible, it was bad. So
so
there's only a few select movies. Only a few select movies I'll go see though. Like when I got the invite to go see The Naked Gun for the advanced screening, that was worth my while. That was worth it. I was
pleasantly surprised.
I told everybody.
Very pleasantly surprised.
I told you to go see this movie.
As you know what kind of a fan I am of stuff like that.
Yeah.
Listen.
And I was like, okay, they did a great job.
Liam Neeson nailed it. Neeson nailed it.
I told everybody to go see that movie.
He did his I think it was his uncle. I think it was uncle, or is it Proud.
Father.
His father. Frank Drebin Jr.
He's a son of the movie.
Yeah. So he did it. He did him Proud. He actually his humor hit everything. And if you ever seen a movie called High Spirits, then he's definitely a natural.
Yeah.
He's a natural.
Bro, yeah.
The OJ scene.
Bro. Oh, of course.
When his son looked at the camera, he's like,
Yeah. We all know what he did. We all know what he did.
Yo.
The way he looked at the camera.
Oh my god. Oh man.
And he just gets up and leaves.
He doesn't even want to be part of it. He doesn't want to be part of it.
Oh my god.
Dude. I'll say this one thing, and then that's it. Though, then we should move on.
Yeah.
The night vision scene was my favorite.
Oh, damn.
I'm not going to go into detail on that.
Don't. Because
he ripped off Austin Powers and made it horrible.
You gotta see the movie.
Horrible.
Go watch the movie. You're gonna laugh your ass.
You'll understand what I'm saying when you watch it.
My God.
Yeah, but going back to like I said, if I happen to get an advance, if I do happen to get an invite to see this Street Fighter film, then I'll take one for the team. So.
All right, man. You know what? If you let us know and everything. If it's if you do get invited, let us know if it's a yay or nay. If you give
I'll tell you what though. If they ask me if I could bring a guest. You're coming with.
Oh, okay.
You're coming with, Tony.
Right.
You're coming with.
I will come with you.
Tony's too far. He won't come. He's like, fuck that. Yeah. I'm not suffering with you guys. You two go suffer. That's what.
Don't worry, dude.
That's a long ass drive for me to suffer, dude.
Exactly.
If I
because I'll tell you what though, if it's that bad, Tony will try to kill my ass after that.
if I walk out and
It'll look
like this,
it'll look like remember Dumb and Dumber?
Pour water
They're
on my
fighting
head.
over the gloves.
So bad. Oh my god.
We should do that scene for laughs, bro. That would be hilarious.
Oh yes.
Dude, I'll be freaking
I want to get into
hilarious.
comedy flicks, man. We need comedy reels. So
Yeah,
you know,
we got to do that. Yeah, definitely.
we need to find a
Oh,
cameraman
Yeah. So
and a good writer.
speaking of which, you know, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're actually planning on doing a something cool. You know, thing. We're in the works and everything. We'll stay tuned. We'll let you know all the details and everything once it comes to fruition. But yeah. So let's
Step Brothers fight like Step Brothers.
let's
God.
like boats and hoes.
I gotta have these my post
Over the drum kit.
Oh, I made a bunk bed. Look. Oh yeah, there's everybody.
Wait, what game was John C. Reilly playing in the living room? I don't remember.
Oh,
Was he playing a video game in the living room in one scene?
I think
I think they were watching above the law. I don't think it was a video game. They were playing he was playing Guitar Hero.
Guitar
There was
Hero,
one-
right?
Guitar Hero he was playing, yes.
Dude.
Guitar Hero, yes.
Oh my god, what a great movie! I love that movie. Step Brothers was amazing. You know, Will Ferrell's a nutcase, man, and even in real life, and he's a
His earlier films was great though, but not his film that he's coming out as of late hasn't really hit the mark. So
yeah, you know,
his earlier films were fantastic.
I think he peaked at Elf. Alpha was his peak. I think.
Yeah. Money wise, definitely when he was getting paid.
Oh my
definitely
god.
that big time.
That movie's every season.
I still love Old School. I think Old School was like the best one. One of the best ones.
God,
Frank the Tank.
Frank the Tank. Hey, we're gonna go out to the yard.
We're gonna go to the quad.
You're going to the quad.
You know what? That would probably be me, dude.
Yo, Snoop.
I'm known for
Snoop,
streaking.
He's like, yo, get up, man.
He said, come on, let's go say, hey, Snoop and Loop.
Bro, what a great movie. Oh my gosh. But anyway, the next bit of news.
For the cat, they showed Monster Hunter Stories 3 though. That actually looks pretty cool.
Monster Hunter, you know what? I mean, I actually played Monster Hunter Stories 2. I like it. I mean, it's like more like a single RPG type of game, and
it's a story. It's a story. It's a story. It's a story. We talked about that though. It's different from the regular Monster Hunter games where Monster Hunter Wilds, you got to get like a dedicated team to do. But no, if you want to just play like a story, like an actual story, go with go with this one for sure.
But they actually added some bonuses now. So if you actually owned or you're actually part of a certain thing, you actually get special outfits for your characters also.
Right.
Like for instance, if you played Monster Hunter Wilds, you're supposed to get something.
You get like some outfits and some cool stuff. Yeah. I'm still. What?
You had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
Very nice.
But no news yet on the sequel to Okami yet. So we'll see what happens.
What's going on with that? Because we didn't find out. We found out about that 2 years ago. It was like 2 years ago or something like that.
Yeah, 2 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but isn't it a little bit tiring when they announce a game and then you don't hear anything about that game for like 2 to 3 years? That's the same thing with Sega when they announced the Golden Axe, the Crazy Taxi, Streets of Rage Revolutions, and the Jet Set Radio.
It drives me crazy.
I'm like, what's going on? Like, give us some details. Like,
I'm irritated. I'm irritated because they actually said. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What did you say?
No. I was going to say the only thing that they showed from there was the Shinobi Art of Vengeance. That was the only game that we got and was released. Though. But what about the other 4 games? I mean, I mean, show us some gameplay. Like, keep us interested. I'm not telling you.
Rumor had it.
I'm not telling you. Hold on a second before you go.
Sure.
I'm not telling Sega to like show us everything. All right, just give us something. Like, show us some gameplay. Like, show us some details of the game, or like give us a little estimate when you think you're gonna release this game. You know, like just to keep us occupied, just to let us know that the game is still around. The game is still going, because it's like 2.5 years we haven't heard anything from these other games yet, man.
Yeah. Well,
So
if you pull this cyberpunk
really 2
nonsense,
years.
so this is something that was rumored. They were supposed to show like years ago, like I think for the past couple of years, that they were going to tease or show off some details on the new Jet Set Radio. Now here's the thing: nothing popped up. No, they only showed brief clips and some concept arts, but nothing about anything about the development or when it's going to be showing off or whatever it is, or if they were going to get the soundtrack and all that stuff taken care of. Nothing, and I'm a little disappointed. I'm very disappointed actually. So now, my anticipation right now is really peaked itself. And you know, the Golden Axe, I'm actually interested in. I want to know more details about that. I want to know about the new Crazy Taxi. Crazy Taxi, there's another game that I'm actually interested in, because I mean, you actually had like cops in
yeah, you got cops involved. I want to know what's the deal with that.
I wonder, you know, I mean, like it's gonna be like almost like Burnout. You know, almost like Burnout. You know,
it has that Burnout feel to it, though. Yeah. So like, not only you have to pick up customers, but then you have to get there fast as time. But then you probably got to run for law, because you never know, you might crash into something. I mean, come on, it's Crazy Taxi. Of course, you're gonna bump into a few things.
Yeah, but you know,
this game sounds stressful as hell.
It defies the wildness of the freaking Crazy Taxi games, though.
Exactly. And then Jet Set Radio, I need to know: is this going to be a full remake, or is this going to be an actual sequel to Jet Set Radio Future?
Yeah,
or is this a reboot?
I think they only showed 3 character concepts. They showed Beat.
I mean, we did see DJ Professor K, though. I mean, he looks young, though.
Yeah.
He doesn't look old, though. He doesn't look like old like he was in Jet Set Radio Future. He actually looks like his young self.
So maybe it might be more of a prequel.
It might be a remake I don't know.
Dude, I mean, that'd be cool if it was more like a prequel, kind of like when
it sounds like a prequel.
When the GGs,
it could be a prequel.
Where the GGs were kind of like, you know, they were together, but this is like an earlier group or something like that. I don't know. It would be cool, because the GGs.
I don't know, because the GGs there, when you process through the game, more members starts to pop up.
Yeah, that's true. That makes sense.
So this could be like maybe a
soft reboot.
I'm thinking maybe a direct sequel to Jet Set Radio. That could be it.
Oh, you mean to like the first game, like an actual sequel?
Instead of I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
I get it. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
That's what I'm thinking about doing, and that's what I'm thinking that they're doing with this one. Now, with Streets of Rage Revolution, I think this is going to be, because Axel, he looks like he's wearing his outfit that he wore in Streets of Rage 4. So what I'm thinking is that I think this might take place between Streets of Rage 3 and Streets of Rage 4, from what I've seen.
Good concept.
And then we did see a guy, like a glimpse clip of a guy in roller skates. So I think that they're hinting Skate or whatever you want to call him, Skate or Sammy. So
yeah, Sammy or Skate.
I need more info on this game, though, even though we all know it's going to be in 3D, though.
Well, you know what, though? I mean, I'm interested in it because I'm hoping that they actually improve on that 3D kind of like, you know, style, because I mean the Double Dragon Revive, well, you know, for a fun game, you know, some of the detection in the game and everything was kind of off. I think that, you know, if they can improve on that, that'd be great. You know, then you have yourself a game. So
yeah, I mean, I did like what I saw with the visuals when Axel did his burning upper, though, because you saw the fire like this coming right out. It's all starting from the ground up, and the visuals look nice, though. But I still have to see a little more. I need to know
Yeah,
That's the story.
yeah. We got to show more of that. But yeah, that's it. That's it for the Capcom.
Yeah, I think that was it for the Capcom. Yeah, I
All right.
think that's pretty much it. Then they had the set. They had the actual sales going on. Like I think from the the what's it called, the arcade stadiums, the Capcom
Oh,
arcade stadium.
dude. Okay.
Each game is each game is $1. So any of those games is 99 cents.
How did I
So
forget?
I
How
think
did I
that's
forget
pretty
about
cool.
this? How did I forget about this? There's one more thing that they actually showed, which is the reason why
Sure.
This is the reason why the arcade is actually back. They're actually bringing Resident Evil 2. They already talked about it, but they actually were showing the concept and the thing of the Resident Evil 2 arcade.
Yeah, they did
cabinet.
show some content.
Really?
Yeah, yes, we did talk about that. Didn't
Yes,
we did talk about that.
We did talk about that,
But-
but they actually showed this. They actually showed,
It did look good. It's going to be on David. David Buster's has to have this game. I think it will.
They said it's gonna have air blasters. That means you could feel like the air and the breathing and stuff like that. The actual when you're shooting and stuff, it's gonna be like an interactive experience that it's gonna be on dude.
Yeah.
If as soon as I catch wind that game or that arcade machine is somewhere local,
Yeah, I'm
or
gonna
whatever
find
is,
it.
all of us. I don't care if I had to drag you by your ponytail, Tony. We're gonna have to go over there, and we're gonna go.
Yeah, no, dude. If I happen to find one around here, I'm gonna let you guys know and say, hey, listen, all three of us, we're going to this.
And I'm recording it.
Right.
We're gonna do our own little review
Yeah.
about that
Look
game.
at that machine.
That's gonna be freaking amazing.
Yeah,
Dude.
yeah. I was impressed when
My
I saw
eyes
that.
bugged out of my head. I said,
Yeah, finally they found something. They talk about that.
yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Capcom. Thank you. I love you. You keep on doing what you do. Yeah, just keep being you. I love you.
Keep being you, Capcom. Don't change.
Don't ever
Keep being
change.
the way you are.
Absolutely.
Give me more Dead Rising though.
Well, the Dead Rising remaster deluxe wasn't that great though. But if they can do a sequel, maybe to like the next one, then
Okay, I
Yes.
have to give them. I won't. I'm not gonna give them a pass. I'm not gonna give them a pass because
yeah,
they had an opportunity to keep the original concept of the game without changing
Yeah.
anything, but they had to change it. Why?
of course. That's what pissed me off. That's why I didn't buy it.
Why? I'm still confused. I'm still confused on why they even changed the character concepts of the game or anything else. I mean, they just took out so much stuff. It was it's ridiculous. And I was like, damn, wow, they're just taking away everything, huh? Whatever, man. You know what?
Yeah. That's why I didn't bother buying it though. I didn't like they changed it. They changed some of the dialogue. I didn't like how they
Dialogue
changed some of
sucked.
the characters.
Yeah, the
I'm
character.
like, all they had to do was just make the graphics look good and keep everything the same. And what got me really upset about that game was I did not like the fact that if you take erotic photos, you do not get any PP points for it. I was like,
they took that away too. Yeah.
come on.
You're taking erotic photos and it's called PP points.
Yeah.
Well, too, you get PP points for whatever you get, though.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It's the same thing.
Pause. All right, but anyway, okay, so that's it for the Capcom. Let's talk about the biggest Capcom game that ever graced the arcade. Let's talk about
What's that?
Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter 2
35
years
Wow.
tomorrow.
With
That's-
100 million PP points.
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
Okay. Yeah, you obsessed with PP. You start with the PP. But yeah, that's a hard subject though. Pause. Okay, now anyway, I can't keep on going with that.
Okay.
So 35 years. The 35 years of Street Fighter 2. And trust me, I mean, since it's starting tomorrow, we feel like starting a day early because, man, there's a lot of memories that I had of Street Fighter 2.
Oh, man.
From its first inception in the arcade to the first time that I actually saw some of the special moves and the combos and all that stuff and the music. Come on, man.
Oh.
It was so good.
Blew me away.
Yeah,
The game blew me away, though. I remember when I went to the arcades, and it was back in '91 around springtime, and I was at Sports Time USA. They had like this huge big screen. It was like like a movie theater. You remember those back in the day where you can get like these big TVs, these big monitors, and those TVs were going like $1,000 back in the day. It was huge, and they had like the two joysticks like right connected right there. I remember they had Street Fighter 2 right there, and right you're playing with the joysticks right there, and that big wide screen right there, and that was a big attraction, man. Everybody was on that big screen. It's like you could actually sit next, like you can actually like sit next to right where the people are playing and just sit down. There was like carpet there, and you could just sit right there and watch on that big screen when people play against each other. Oh man, it was fantastic. And to see that, and I could see why they did this very smart thing to put Street Fighter 2 on that big screen right there. And when I played that game, the characters, the music, the special moves. Oh man, that game blew me away. I've been following the series ever since then. And I'll tell you what, though, if it wasn't for Street Fighter 2, I don't even think we would ever get all these other fighting games that we have today.
There was the blueprint.
Definitely.
It was the original. It was the original blueprint. And this actually caused the fighting game genre to blow up. Capcom literally laid down that foundation. I still remember. I think it was when it first came out. I went to a place called China Gifts. It was actually in White Plains, New York, and I saw a bunch of people kind of jumping on there and started playing the game. And I think I actually saw it in EGM. They actually had a cover of that game, and that was one of the first times that they actually had a special, I guess, April Fool's joke, if you remember that one. The April Fool's the shot that really shot the whole entire internet, and people thought it was real. They said to unlock Shane Long. I was like, oh, okay. Bro, yo, he's like, you must have beat Shane Long to stand a chance and stuff like that. I was like, oh boy, here we go.
Yeah, because ever since people saw that quote from Ryu, he said you must have beat Shane Long to stand a chance. And people were like, who the hell is Shane Long? Is that his master or sensei?
Yeah.
No, it's just his Dragon Punch.
Yep. And exactly.
It's just his Dragon Punch.
And it's funny too because people were thinking, okay, and then it said you have to defeat M. Bison by doing a timeout 10 times. Now, anybody who's played the game.
Oh, it was even crazier than that. You had to basically avoid him.
Yes. You can't get hit.
It's
You couldn't get
impossible.
touched. It wasn't just a timeout. You couldn't get touched by it.
It's like impossible.
Yeah.
Dude,
I tried. I fell for it. I tried.
Mm-hmm. And I think only one person actually attempted it and actually did it, and it turned out to be a game over because because I think it was you only get 4 chances. You had round 1, round 2,
you can't even do it 10
round
times.
3, final round, and then after that it goes.
There's no way.
It goes to the game over screen, so you can't even do it 10 times. That's 1.
Yeah.
2. Come on, man. M. Bison, who is one of the cheapest freaking. Well, not really cheap. That cheap. He's
extremely aggressive too,
but he's
man.
extremely aggressive.
You had to play defense. I found a way to be able to beat him. You had to play at least defense on him because if you try to go up aggressive, he will counter all your attack. Dude, the sickest thing when I saw when he did his scissor kicks twice in a row, and that gets you dizzy.
Oh my God!
That son of a bitch. Yes.
and every single move, even his kicks and everything, actually had everything.
It had reach.
Yeah, reach.
That shit had reach.
Bruh.
Everything that was hitting you was fierce or roundhouse. That's what it felt like. Fierce or roundhouse. It was coming at you really fast.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that freaking Psycho Crusher. My God.
Yeah, dude. If you didn't have a protector,
It takes as much energy if you're blocking.
Mm-hmm.
If you're blocking, it takes almost the same amount.
Yep.
So it might as well just knock you over.
You better have like a projectile in hand to shoot you. When you see him like going like this, you better have a fireball ready to shoot him. Have a sonic boom charged up or a yoga fire ready, because oh man, you was gonna eat some
snap out a
damage.
dragon punch. Knock him out with a dragon punch.
Yeah. With Zanki, people say, "Oh, Zanki can actually knock him out." You say you had to use a spinning clothesline.
Always have to use a spinning clothesline.
Yeah. Especially the original Street Fighter. Yeah, it was just so cheap.
Dude.
That's what else could you do?
Because they fight cheap. You got to fight cheap back.
Exactly.
Fight cheap against fellow players, because that's the unspoken rule.
Good Zangief players, and everything can actually be able to do the spinning power driver and everything as soon as it says fight. Round 1, fight.
Oh, the vacuum? Yeah. The vacuum spinning power driver?
Come on. Yo, listen, I have a feeling that that Capcom was like, oh, they're never going to be able to pull that off and everything all the time. And everything.
That move was hard. 360 move.
360. And it was a full 360, not even half.
So it out by accident.
360. A full 360. And, and if you don't get your punch out at the right time, you'll jump up in the air.
Yeah, exactly.
My cousin, she was 5. She was maybe 5 or 6. She figured it out by accident, and she pulled it off 7 times one day.
Wow.
The spinning power driver.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell? What's this? She drank a lot of orange juice, so she had a lot of energy or something. But she figured it out.
E-Honda, with the 100 hand slap and
dual headbutt.
Yeah, and dual headbutt and
great for the bonus stage.
And Guile with the freaking, his.
He used either a Honda or Chun-Li with the lightning legs.
Yep,
and he was the best.
It took more effort.
Mostly Blanca's electricity.
It took more effort to get that lightning leg out.
Blanca's electricity you could use as well.
Yeah, exactly.
That was the best.
Yo, but look, okay, some of the move sets and everything were very, very odd, because if you think about it, when you're playing with like Guile with that upside down freaking kick and all that stuff, and
charge moves versus instant.
Yeah, and then of course with the sonic boom and everything, with that freaking window of opportunity, so he threw the sonic boom, and you could be able to like throw afterwards, like it gives you don't have an opportunity to kind of defend yourself, and
you're locked in.
You're locked in, exactly. Oh, and also the glitch. You remember they actually figured out how to do the freaking glitch and everything. You have to do
the handcuff glitch.
The handcuff glitch.
Oh my god,
dude, memories, man, memories. That guy, there's one guy that actually pulled it off all the time. He actually went to get pizza, and the whole thing, he just all he did was he did that move against Vega, and Vega kept on doing a sliding attack, and it didn't hit him. And then it went to time over, and the thing was frozen, and everybody thought, "Oh, the game is frozen." The game is.
And they had to restart it. And
no, he didn't. They didn't even have to. They didn't even do that. He just went to the store and they get themselves a slice of pizza, and he came back and everything, and the guy was still frozen, and he came back over there and everything, and he actually was able to unlock himself and everything, and he actually got the win. I was like, "Oh boy, that's crazy." Yeah, so good times, man, good times. And then, of course, a little bit later, they actually had those mods that came out.
They were fun, though.
Yeah,
Rainbow
Edition. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Championship Edition.
Filled the screen with fireballs.
Okay, let me tell you something. You know how cheap that freaking
full screen of sonic booms.
Yes. Sonic.
Wherever you go, you jump up and get hit. You're done.
Or better yet, the air throw that that actually grabs you from the guy. Do you guys like the new Xbox logo? Ooh, it's interesting for Project Helix. Oh, we're gonna get into that.
For Project Helix. I don't know. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, we'll talk about
that.
We
gotta get our memories of Street Fighter 2 in a bit, though.
Exactly. So we're gonna talk about that in a minute. But yeah, let's go into like Championship Edition thing where the 4 bosses were actually available to play.
Well, we could talk about also when Street Fighter 2 hit the Super Nintendo.
Oh gosh, yes, I forgot about that.
You gotta talk about that.
We gotta talk about that. Super Nintendo really put it in for Xbox.
The commercial.
For
that hilarious commercial.
Yes. Oh,
I'll never forget that commercial. Oh man.
And Super Nintendo was like one of the first consoles. They said, "Oh, only on Super Nintendo. Super Nintendo is the only system that could be able to pull off Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2." And everybody and their cousin wanted to get Street Fighter 2 for the Super Nintendo, and it sold out.
Yeah.
Literally sold out. It sold out everywhere.
Oh yeah.
I think it was like one of the. It was like $60. I think when it first came out, $60.
It was like $60 or $70.
Like
One of the two. Yeah.
One of the two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. You know, and when I finally got my hands on my copy, bro,
It was a wrap.
all night long.
People wanted to come to your house. Can I come over?
Yeah, dude. Listen, let me tell you something. That right there really put Street Fighter 2 on the map because everybody wanted a Super Nintendo at that time. You want to talk about system seller? That right there was
it totally was. That's why I want.
Yeah, people who had a Sega Genesis was like, "Oh, I gotta get my hands on Super Nintendo."
Yeah,
I gotta get my hands on Super Nintendo.
And yeah, because they couldn't wait though, and then we found out a year later they were going to get Special Championship Edition. That you can play the bosses, and they're like, "Damn, I should have just waited." But no, people didn't have patience. They wanted to play it now. That's what it was.
Well, but the funny thing is that everyone's like, "Wait a minute, you can't play this game. It doesn't have 6 buttons." Well, Sega actually found a way. They actually got the 6-button controller. That came out.
6-button controller, exactly.
Yep.
But they had that innovative swap method you use, though.
You could play it with 3 buttons though, but then you ain't gonna have all the 6-button attacks.
Yeah. Actually, matter of fact, you have to press start button to change your punches.
Yeah, you can't switch between punches and kicks, so your combos are a little limited there. So.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You know what? But this is before YouTube and all that stuff. People were talking about, I could be able to play the game and everything by switching the code. I was like, dude, come on. In the middle of a battle, you know how hard that actually is?
I adapted to it pretty quickly.
Yeah, you have to sit right there.
But I had practice on the Super Nintendo.
Choose your kicks or choose your punches. Dude, come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I tried that. Yeah. I tried. No, it wasn't working for me.
There was no way.
No, it wasn't working for me. It wasn't working for me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah,
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say that. It was just hilarious that when the people had Genesis and they went to go to the Super Nintendo, and then you find out. I remember I was reading the Game Pro magazine that the Genesis version was going to get Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition. They could play the bosses, and I remember one of my friends from school and said, "Man, I don't. The only reason why I bought a Super Nintendo was just to play Street Fighter 2. If I know the Genesis were going to get the better version, I wouldn't have bought it." I was like, "Hey."
Yep. And
you don't have the patience.
Well, here's the thing though: the Super Nintendo version literally did have the Championship Edition actually in Turbo.
Yeah, Turbo.
Yeah,
so exactly. Yeah.
So people are like, but yeah, but I told people, I said, dude, you can change it. You can change it from champion. You can change it from the Turbo, from Turbo to Championship Edition. That thing,
Exactly. Yeah, you can.
So because it's just that the Genesis version has special Championship Edition, that thing, which actually you could be able to turn to Turbo also. So it had both.
That's right. Yeah, that's correct.
You best of both worlds.
It was special.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Listen, I would say the music. I would say
they're special. They're special because they didn't get Street Fighter 2 first, though. Super Nintendo got it first.
Yeah.
So they had to make the Genesis feel bad.
Well, listen. At that time, people were playing Streets of Rage 2.
You know how long a year lasts to a kid that age back then?
Yeah.
Don't act like you don't remember.
No.
Of course, you're not going to wait a year.
Here's the difference: the Street Fighter 2 Special Championship was 24 megs. Megs wasn't really a big deal back then, but it actually was a big deal. I think the Turbo edition was I think it was like also 24. No, it was less than that. 16 megs or was it 24? I forgot what it was.
I'm not really sure. I would have to look that up.
Yeah, but everyone was going about megs. Remember the 16 meg shock and everything, like Strider. Strider was like the first game that actually had 16 megs. And,
it was only eight for Strider.
8 megs, that's right, 8 megs. I'm sorry, 8 megs.
It's plastered all over the cartridge.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude! Listen, let me tell you something. I love Strider. the American version came out
Shadow on
first.
Genesis was awful.
Yeah, the American version came out first, and then they had the Japanese version. And the Japanese version was actually technically better because the special effects and everything were actually added in from the arcade version. But the only difference is that you cannot rapidly use your freaking sword on the Japanese version, which is so stupid. Because in the arcade and everything, you can rapidly use a sword, like back and forth. In the Japanese version and everything, it's like chink, chink, chink. I was like, what? No, come on, bro.
Yeah, that's pretty odd, though. I don't get that. But you know what's shocking to me? It's just shocking to me that Genesis didn't get Street Fighter 2 first, though, because look at all those Capcom games that came out on the Genesis in the beginning, because you have Forgotten Worlds, not just Start, but you have Forgotten Worlds, and you had Ghouls and Ghosts.
Ghouls and Ghosts, baby.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know why?
Then,
you know why? Because basically Sega was a publisher for the home versions. Sega was the Sega.
That's
Sega,
right.
Yeah, Sega actually became a publisher. So Capcom kind of said, kind of like, oh yeah, you can actually, we'll carry over our license and everything. And it said Capcom, but it also said Sega. So you can Sega actually got
you're right. Mm-hmm.
So they were publishing the games. I mean, so they got Mercs, which is actually a Capcom game. Then Mercs are
yes, that's correct.
What was the game? A Mickey Mouse game, the Mickey Mouse games and everything. That was
Castle Illusion.
Castle Illusion.
But that wasn't that Genesis original though. I don't think Capcom did it. I remember Capcom did the one on the NES.
Are you sure? Because Capcom actually had.
I'm positive. I mean,
okay.
Can you take a look at that just in case?
I'll take a look.
Yeah, because I know Capcom did a Mickey and Minnie Mouse game for the NES.
Oh, I love that game. And that was Capcom. That's a Capcom game too.
That was a Capcom game. Yes.
Game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow. I think Castle Illusion was still like one of the fun games though.
It was fun, dude.
I love that. It was hard. You know what game was hard?
Fantasia.
That game was.
Fantasia was fucking hard. Yeah.
Yo.
That was hard.
Hold on, what game? I missed
Fantasia.
Fantasia.
Oh,
Fantasia.
Yeah.
I didn't play that one.
Yo,
I didn't get to that one.
That game was hard.
That game was hard, dude.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Capcom. I would say Sega. Sega actually had good relationship with Disney, because a lot of games like Aladdin and all that stuff. The games were actually a little bit better. Like they made the original game Aladdin for the Genesis version, where actually used the actual animations from some of the movies.
It was good.
Yeah,
which
it was good
too. I was surprised how good the graphics were on that. I was blown away when I saw that. I was like, wow.
It was crazy.
It even had the music.
And the music too.
Yeah, the music was fantastic. The music was no joke.
Yep.
It was a masterpiece. It was a masterpiece, though. I tell you, man.
Yep.
But speaking of which, though, I mean, we were just talking. Now we were just talking about how Capcom made all these had all these Disney games, though, and then Sega was involved, though. I mean, look at Sega when they did all those Marvel games. Now it just brought to my attention because because we all know about this Marvel Maximum collection that's coming out.
Yes. Exactly.
And I saw people were saying that they should have added Spider-Man the arcade game. Thing is, it's Sega created that game.
Yeah.
Unless Sega, here's the thing. Hear me out. Unless Sega is willing to work with Disney, because Disney owns Marvel, if they work on a deal with them and say to come out with their own Marvel collection, you could put Spider-Man versus the Kingpin on there. You can put the X-Men 2 Clone Wars.
Yeah.
You can put the X-Men.
Yes.
You can put X-Men 1, 2, and 3 that was on the Game Gear. You can put the Spider-Man game that was on Game Gear. You can put the Spider-Man versus the Kingpin on Sega CD in there as well.
Sega free
you
money.
You can put the Spider-Man.
Free money.
You could put the Spider-Man the arcade game on there. And last but not least, you could put Spider-Man Web of Fire for the 32X on there as well. That hardly nobody got to play.
That's a collection right there. Sega, what are you doing, bro? Sega, come on. you gotta take the advantage of this one, man. You gotta take advantage of that because, dude, all those games right there are Sega, like literally. That's Sega's wheelhouse right there. Especially Spider-Man,
royalty.
Especially Spider-Man versus Kingpin, the CD version. Come on, man.
Sega CD version was fantastic.
With Spencer Nielsen,
Oh, wow.
with Spencer Nielsen's freaking soundtrack. Yo,
Yeah.
okay. You had my
Oh,
money.
yeah.
You had my money. You had my money. As soon as I catch wind of it, I'm reserving it. I'm putting a reserve on it. I'm like, yo.
Oh, dude. Absolutely.
I'm on it.
Yeah, absolutely. And those are games I'm pretty sure a lot of people will go after as well.
So let's.
But I would love to see it one day. But but back to Street Fighter 2. Man.
But yeah, there was a lot of variations of Street Fighter 2. I mean, of course, we talked about the Rainbow Edition, and everyone knows about the Rainbow Edition. And then, of course, they actually did Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting, which is actually Street Fighter 2 Turbo. And then, of course, Super Street Fighter 2 came to fruition, which they actually completely broke the game down
characters.
And built the new animations,
more new characters,
more new characters, new animations. Ken actually plays very different from freaking.
Very different.
Very
it was
different.
cool.
Yeah, so that was.
Why
cool.
did he get flashy?
Yeah, he got
Kicks the wall, baby.
He got
The
faster.
Flaming Dragon Punch.
Yep, the Fire
Yeah,
Dragon
the Flaming
Punch.
Dragon Punch.
Yep, indeed.
Yeah.
You know, but some people say that that Ken actually got weaker. No, he just got faster. That's what it is. You know, his moves are just faster.
His Hurricane Kick is more faster now.
Faster.
It hits multiple times.
Indeed.
That's what it is.
Mm-hmm. And
there's more flexibility.
Exactly. And then right after Super Street Fighter 2, unless you want to add anything to it, though, I mean, they actually used the CPS2 version of arcade this time. They used CPS2. That's why the music sounds different.
Yep.
Then came Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. They almost like redid everything. They added super moves in the game now. Super combos, they call them.
Super combos.
Yeah.
Exactly. That was pretty cool too, because I told everybody this. I said, you know what? They really kind of pushed the envelope, but that was a shorter period of time too. When Super Street Fighter 2 came out, I think literally like almost a year later, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo actually.
Turbo came out like in the summer, like around the summer of '94, around that time.
And that's when the tournament scene was kind of growing a little bit, and everybody was actually playing it, and the characters were kind of balanced out. They balanced out the characters, super moves, and all that stuff. It was amazing. You know, new characters, Fei Long, T-Hawk, Cammy, yep, and DJ. Yeah, and DJ. Dude, I think DJ got robbed a little bit in the things in Turbo. In Turbo, just a little.
Well, no, I wouldn't say in Turbo, because remember Turbo, they gave him the maximum jackknife upward kick.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
No. DJ was beast in Turbo. Like if you do the crossover and then do the, I always catch people with this combo. I do the jump kick, medium kick, cross up. Then I do the 3 jabs and then like that. I get like 7 hits out of that. 7-hit combo out of that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I still use that combo Street Fighter 6 also.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, you sent it to me.
Yeah, remember I saw it.
I was like, did the guy rage quit on you?
Yeah, he did. He rage quit. But then what happened was he left himself open, and then right when I hit it with my Max Super to finish it, that's when he rage quit. Because when I caught it with the Max Super, I still have that video on my phone. I was like,
take your punishment like a man. Take your punishment.
Come on, bro. Don't rage.
You wouldn't do that in the arcade, would you? Come on.
You can't do that in the arcade. You get shunned.
You lose your money either way.
But dude, here's the thing though. In the arcades though, if I caught you with it and then you die and then you decide to leave, I'm like, okay, he's pissed off because I called with it. At least he's gone and he's ashamed. All right, fine. But come on, you cut it off and then you take the win away from me. What the fuck, man?
That's good. I think that's
take
kind
away
of
half the fun.
Yeah, that's kind of stupid though, because I don't like the fact that you actually lose a match because the person quit on you.
Well, you don't lose the match.
It should be opposite. You don't get a win or lose. That's right. You just
that's the thing.
It's a wash, right? Yeah. And
the thing is, you know what company that did that right? It was Another Round Studios, because whenever a person rage quits you, your character does a quitality and kills himself, But then here's the thing: you get the win, and then your opponent will not only get a loss, but he'll get a penalty as well. So
that's the right way to
that's
do it.
what that's what these companies need to start doing from now on. Because this is why people don't even want to play ranked matches anymore. Because I say, hey, listen, if I'm playing ranked matches and I'm kicking my opponent's ass, and I don't rage quit. But if these people are going to be rage quitting every time I kick your ass, and I don't get my wins and I don't get my ranked points, why am I going to play it? There's no point. I feel like I'm wasting my time. Yeah. You know?
What's the point of rage quitting? It's just a game,
dude. Just
how are you going to get better if you get angry?
When you lose, call it a learning experience. You actually you played against somebody who's more skilled than you. You practice. You come back, and hey, play. You know you'll play better. You'll make you a better player, dude. Yeah.
It might make a pal who can teach you some things too.
Yes, I see. That's what I'm saying. You know, this is what I don't understand. People always consider losing in their thing as losing pride. No, you're not losing your pride. If you go in prideful enough, especially when you're playing a one-on-one fighting game, come on, bro. Listen, dude, you know how many times I played, freaking Dead or Alive and stuff like that, and I'd be kicking ass, and then I'd meet this person or thing who's an S+ rank, stuff like that, and literally wipe the floor of me. And listen, I don't sit right there and say, oh, I can't beat this guy. Oh, I quit. Nah, bro. Listen, I fight my hardest. I change up my strategy.
That's all you can do.
If your first strategy doesn't work, try something different. You'll never know. Take a risk, dude. This is all about risk and reward. Hey, Chris. Hey, what's going on, man? Welcome back.
Oh, hey,
Chris. How you doing, Chris?
Absolutely. Oh man,
that's all it is too, though. But yeah, I usually when I see a person like rage quit, I just usually save it and then save the video. And I just show like, listen, these people ruined the game for everybody. I had somebody rage quit me and then Tekken 8 though. When I caught him with my rage, and then while he's in the animation, I hate when that happens when you catch him because you know what it is. I can understand people don't want to see their characters like getting their asses kicking that big animation because it takes long and stuff like that. I wish you could just skip that. But still, you should not be rage quitting. I mean, listen, you got caught by that Max Super. You are forced to watch your character get annihilated in animations and full-blown animation style.
Listen,
come on.
Listen, man.
You got caught.
Just like in the streets, man. Just like in the streets. Don't hate the player, hate the game, man. That's just where it is. You know what I mean? But yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah. But like I said, Super Turbo. And of course, I mean that right there is like the one of the last of Street Fighter 2.
Street Fighter 2, baby.
Street Fighter 2. But I would say, but Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo was definitely the definitive version, and of course there was a Grandmaster version as well that tweaked a lot of.
Well, I think they were the same thing. Yeah, they were the same thing. It was called Grandmaster. Well, here's the thing, though. They did added. We had the first appearance of Akuma.
As well. Yeah, there you go. And of course, there's a way
to
unlock.
Akuma
there's a way to unlock him and all that stuff.
And then you can fight him.
Balanced the gameplay you got. Yep. It was super balanced, and there was no cheap hits anymore. Like
when
you're playing as Blanca, and you take a jab doing the roll, and half your energy's gone. Or like the disproportionate amount of energy that gets taken away from a throw.
Absolutely.
And you're like, yo.
Yeah. You can,
Fixed all of that by Super Turbo. All of that was fixed.
And what I did like about Super Turbo, like if you time it right, though, somebody throws you can actually tech throw as well.
See, that's another
tech escape and all that stuff.
Great feature. That right there, air combos. If you do it right and everything, you can actually be able to, like especially with Ryu and everything, with his freaking his medium punch and everything.
Yeah, the medium punch, yes. Mm-hmm. And he's going to the punch.
And juggling was introduced. You could actually be able to juggle. So they had juggling.
You can juggle now. Oh, Bison had the sickest juggles. So those medium punches you could do, and he could do the 2 jab punches up in the air.
Up in the air, exactly.
Bison has some sick ones.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
he's real disrespectful with those.
It's not.
Oh yeah.
It's not as easy to dizzy. So you can't get a dizzy spell and everything too quickly in the game.
Right.
But it takes, but if you do it right and everything, you'll definitely be able to do that. So you can't dizzy anybody twice.
Yeah.
What else? What else did they add in the game? Of course, they always talk about the
So
balance.
super combos. They had
yeah.
Some characters had some changes to them.
Changes to his
Graphics
move.
and music, too.
Dowson became sick. Dowson now had his moves.
Dowson is disgusting with his teleports. I remember seeing what's his name? I remember a tournament that I saw. It was a Super Turbo tournament, and I saw Jason Cole won that whole tournament with Dowson. He was just teleporting all over the place, yoga firing, setting people up.
What a pisser.
Dude, this guy. He was scary. Jason Cole was one of the most scariest Dowson players I have ever seen, and much respect to him. I met him before. Good, awesome dude, nice guy. And dude, I do not want to play him when he's Dowson because forget about it. It's a wrap. This guy will set you up. Don't even go far distance with him because he'll set up some traps for you.
Oh yeah,
as well.
especially with that
don't forget,
slow fireball, fireball move and everything where you have it flow, you can be able to teleport.
And even if you jump towards him, he's got the yoga blast where he can shoot his yoga plane upwards.
That's crazy.
They added that move in Super Turbo.
Yo, see, that's scary, man. That Dowson got scary, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But
absolutely.
You know what? I mean, though, I loved it. I still to this very day, it's still the most beloved Street Fighter game out there, next to Street Fighter 3 Third Strike.
Definitely, I can agree with that.
So,
but there was also like I thought Street Fighter 2. The variation of Street Fighter 2 was done, but then like years and years later, we had Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo HD Remix.
Yep.
That came out.
That's right.
And they changed the graphics. Udon Entertainment, who does the comics,
that was so cool. That was like, dude.
I love that illustrations from Udon Comics. That was great. That was so cool. And then of course they did some balance changes. They changed up a few characters on their status and stuff, which it was expected. Yeah. And then I thought that was it for Street Fighter 2. I thought we were done. But then we had Ultra Street Fighter 2, the final challengers that came out on the Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
And they added, they changed the music, obviously. They changed the music. And then they added 2 more characters. They added Evil Ryu, and they added Violent Ken.
Violent Ken, yep. Uh-huh.
But go ahead. You were going to say something about that?
Yeah, definitely. See, that was pretty wild how they, when they did it for the Switch. And it was a Switch exclusive, by the way. And that means it never came out on any other console.
I have it too.
Yeah,
I still have that game.
And and I like the fact that you actually had the ability because I think that was sorely missed, especially in the home versions of Super Street Fighter 2 Hyper. What is it? Super Street Fighter 2 HD Remix. What? It's
right.
Name. But anyway, but the backgrounds. That you could be able to change the backgrounds from the original to the that's the only thing that they took out of there. I mean, you could be able to change the sprites, but you were not able to change the backgrounds to the original backgrounds. I think they should have added that, but I thought there was gonna be like some kind of update and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then when they they not discontinued, but they actually just delisted the game from the PlayStation store and Xbox store, which
you can't get the game physically though.
Yeah,
I mean, remember that.
Right, the collection,
the Capcom collection. It has all the games that's on the arcade. From the Xbox arcade. You can pick that up, but then you know what's crazy? Not only that game is hard to get though, but Ultra Street Fighter 2, the final challenges for the Switch, that's actually pretty hard to get now. If you go on eBay, people are like asking for ridiculous amounts of money for that game.
I don't know why they do that, man. They should not be doing it. Yeah, great. I guarantee. I know it's rare. I know it's a rare game, but come on, man, you can't be like adding like extra 100 ends on the game just because you're like, oh yeah, well this game is actually a classic, you know. Yeah, let me add like an extra 100.
Well, no shit, it's a classic.
People
You gotta ruin it.
you know, come on, bro.
Yeah.
You know,
Because you know what's funny about that? Not only Ultra Street Fighter 2, the final challengers, they added Violent Ken and Evil Ryu in that version, but they also added the dramatic mode that was in the Street Fighter Alpha series, which I thought was really cool.
that's cool. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So you and a buddy, you could do a 2-on-1. Which is cool. Yeah, so that but like you said before, that game was only exclusive to the Switch though. So that's the only way you can play that game.
Yeah, and not to forget to mention, I mean, because this is all about the Hyper Street Fighter 2 Turbo. So Hyper Street Fighter 2 Turbo. That what's it called?
Which the HD remix?
The HD, well, no, the Hyper one, the one that actually you could be able to choose your.
Oh, the Hyper Street Fighter 2. Yes, I don't. Okay, I'm sorry.
So you can be able to change your version of.
Different versions of characters.
Now here's the thing, when you play as the OG Street Fighter 2 version of the characters, dude. I think it's OP. They're OP for several reasons.
Yeah.
You know? No, seriously, OP.
That Dragon Punch is serious, dude.
The 3-hit combo gets you dizzy. The 3-hit combos get you dizzy, just like in the old school style. I mean, and
piss you off, dude.
Yo, you know, and of course some of the combos that I've been seeing when you play as the characters and stuff like that, and you have a counter because remember there was no combo counter in the OG versions.
Yeah.
But the newer version, this one here, you could be able to find out, hey, you know, this guy, you know, this is how many hits you guys should do on this, and this is how you can do
about this game.
Yeah.
Hyper Street Fighter.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Love it.
Dude, you know what's sick? If you time it right, and you do the Tatsumaki like actual down forward when you cross your opponent, there's a way the Tatsumaki Simple Cat can hit your opponent multiple times and get them dizzy.
We called it the egg beater. We called it the egg beater. The egg beater combo. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and here's Ultra Street Fighter 2. So this is so rare to get nowadays. So yeah, this is the one I was telling you. See, it's got Violent Ken right there, and then there's Evil Ryu right there.
Wow.
Yeah. And there's Street Fighter. Yeah. So
that's freaking awesome, man.
I just had to show those off, but fantastic game. But it was just crazy that you could play like different variations of these characters and just mix them up in so many different possible. And plus, if you had it on Xbox like I did, you could actually play online against people.
That's right.
That's why this version was so much better.
Oh yes, absolutely. And another cool thing is that you can play it right now. If you actually go and get the Capcom arcade museum, volume I think it's volume part 2, the newer one, the one that just recently came out, and you can actually download and get if you actually get all the arcade games. Hyper, Street Fighter 2, you know, you can be able to play that game right now. So
yeah, what we discussed this earlier too during the Capcom showcase when they announced the sale prices. So if you guys out there, there's something that's called the Capcom Arcade Stadium. There's Volume 1, and there's Volume 2. So each game right now is 99 cents. So any Capcom play, $1, just $1. Can get you a classic game though, because you know what I was thinking about doing. Even though I have these games on the Mega Man collection, I'm thinking about getting the Mega Man Power Battles 1 and Power Battles 2 just to have it on the Xbox, and they're only $1 too.
Absolutely.
So
I buy that for $1.
I buy that for $1.
Yeah, Gen Xer.
Absolutely.
Yeah, dude. I could. Yeah, exactly, dude. There's so many games you can get Knights of the Round for $1. You can get Saturday Night Slam Masters for $1.
Yo, Saturday Night Slam, I love that freaking game, man. That game was so
fun.
Freaking boss.
One of the best wrestling games ever, man.
Yeah.
It's fast too.
Yes. All the special moves you can do in that game.
I'm thinking about just buying that. I'm thinking about just like getting it now, just to have it in the Xbox, you know. So I can just play whenever I want. But I mean, come on, for $1 for these games, how could you go wrong? You could get Captain Commando for $1. I did say Knights of the Round. Yeah, you can get that. I did say the
man, see those right there, the games that we grew up on. Magic Sword, another fantastic game. 2 players, side scrolling action. Wow, yes, that game is so freaking good, man. And it's hard. It's like 100 levels in that game. It's ridiculous, but it's so awesome.
Yeah, so many. Yeah, dude. But
that's why they have passwords.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is,
it's the first time I saw that in an arcade. Passwords.
Yeah, but here's the thing about Magic Sword. I was just gonna say that it has so much replay value. That game had okay, you say to yourself, okay, I already went through this level, so let me check out this level now.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean that game right there. I was like, memories of playing that. I remember playing that on Super Nintendo as well, though. But even though the arcade version is the best version, but the SNES version,
of course, indeed.
Yeah. But players, do yourself a favor. If you want to relive Street Fighter 2, and if you haven't have it in your library, which you definitely should, just check out all those other versions. I mean, they got every single version out there. You said it yourself, Clarence, that Hyper Street Fighter 2, that's on there as well.
That's
you
on
can get
there
that
as well.
for $1.
Exactly. For $1.
Yeah.
For $1. Absolutely.
Yeah, $1.
Yep.
And then you can check out all the other Capcom arcade classes they have on there as well.
Like remember those old commercials for the same price of getting yourself a cup of coffee, you can get yourself not anymore. Coffee is like $2, $3.
$2 or $3 now.
Jeez,
good Lord,
ridiculous. Man. For a coffee bean, I might as well just get myself my
God.
own coffee. Ridiculous.
Now I just remembered. That's right. Even Darkstalkers and Night Warriors and Vampire Saviors on there.
That's right. The arcade versions.
You get all of them for like $3. All those versions.
Just a warning though. Just a warning though. They did still censor the freaking Darkstalkers 3, or better yet, the Vampire Savior. They did censor it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. So it's not fully arcade perfect, but they actually did keep most.
Yeah, we just have to add that to it, though. Unfortunately, just to let people know, so they're aware of it.
But the gameplay is still the same, though. Gameplay is
still the
same. The gameplay is still the same. Everything about the game is still the same. Amazing game. My character Jetta's badass.
Jetta's
absolutely badass. Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
and that and John Tolbane. Those are my names.
John Tolbane, Dimitri is one of my favorites.
Oh, Dimitri! Oh my God, he's got the sickest freaking cut. He has the sickest freaking moves in that game. Dimitri
and John Tolbane.
Oh my gosh, godlike.
Donovan was cool too. He was one of my favorites though.
Donovan was cool.
With the sword, dude. Let me tell you something. That sword right there has the most. Listen. Okay, let's just put it this way. That sword right there, that is your best friend. Especially when you put the sword on the ground and stuff like that, and you can actually have that sword do your beckonings and stuff like that. Oh my gosh. And also,
speaking of magic sword, right?
God's foot. Right? Remember God's foot?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Colosseum Fist.
Fist. That's amazing. Awesome. Oh man, what a great
Darkstalkers took it crazy. It was awesome.
I love Darkstalkers. Very fantastic. They need a sequel. Capcom. Hello.
Come on, Capcom. Stop teasing us with it. You're saying that Darkstalkers is not dead. I'll never forget that you show that trailer. We saw all these characters in that glorious FMV, and you teased us that Darkstalkers was coming back, and it's been over a decade, and nothing. I'm waiting,
Capcom. Stop tickling my bag.
Yeah, thank you. Absolutely.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm still waiting, Capcom. I need to know now.
It's almost like it's almost like a girl kissing the tip. No, you can't do that.
Exactly.
No, can't do it.
You're horrible, dude.
No, you can't. You can't do that.
Listen,
no, bro.
Listen, Capcom. Listen, I know you like to show some love for Street Fighter, but come on, give Street Fighter a break. You have other great fighting game IPs out there.
Absolutely.
Give us Darkstalkers.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Look at SNK.
You gave Marvel vs. Capcom 2 love, man. Come on, you Darkstalkers and everything. You skipped over the line.
Listen, here's the thing, though. Look at SNK. SNK gave us Samurai Showdown. They gave us King of Fighters. They gave us Fatal Fury. Come on, Capcom. You can put Street Fighter on the side for a while.
Absolutely. You know, too
But
much.
go ahead, Tony. You were gonna say something?
Go ahead, though.
I completely forgot it.
Hope it comes back.
It'll come back.
Yeah. It was in regards to the subject too.
Okay.
Oh, for the something about
Yeah,
fighting
it
game?
was
Okay.
just some throwaway comment.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
All right. No problem. You know, it'll come to you. It definitely.
Yeah, hopefully.
Indeed.
so
But yeah, you know, so basically, so kudos to the team over at Capcom. Thank you for the wonderful 35 years of Street Fighter 2. It will still live on. He's for another 35.
Absolutely.
And to this
It
very
will
day,
live
and everything.
on.
Listen, let's just put it to this way and everything. It is still a part of my lineage of video games. It will always burn my retinas for all time. And
Absolutely.
thank you very much. I
Thank you.
really appreciate it. Just bringing this
Yeah.
gem to us fans. Thank you. You changed our lives.
Yeah.
You changed our lives.
Absolutely. I don't know what would I be like right now if Street Fighter 2 didn't exist though. You know, because I made a lot of friends playing that game, and
you
all
made
those great
friends and
times-
enemies in that freaking game. You remember
Friends, rivals.
the quarters I got next thing? That game right there created that. That game right
Yes.
there created the I got next. That right there.
Of course.
You know, with the quarters across the board. Yes, absolutely.
Hey,
That was the
listen,
original, the OG lobby.
The OG lobby, exactly. I got
Yeah.
next.
You can talk all that
Exactly.
shit you talking to lobbies now. If you talk that in public.
Hey, listen, let me tell you something. To all those, let me tell you something. To all those people that say that, people come that they can't exist in Halo 2, and no, it wasn't Halo 2, and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 lobbies. I said, okay, let me tell you something. Okay, you were just in a room.
No dude saying that stuff.
Okay, but here's the thing. You're online. You're at home talking trash. Okay, that's different. Try doing that like in the streets or in the arcades in person to see somebody like that. It's a totally different ball game.
Don't walk
I'm
on
letting
the
you
road.
know right now. You had to do it face to face. So that was different though. That started the whole thing. That started the whole rivalry thing, and then like if people get into fights though, come on. That right there, that's when we talk trash to each other face to face. Not like, oh, I'm online and I'm a fatso and I'm going like this. Yeah, you suck, you did this, yeah. No. We didn't do that back then. Back then, if you had to talk trash to somebody when playing against each other online, not online, excuse me, when we had to go offline.
Come on,
Okay.
bitch, we can fight. Come on.
Exactly. Yeah. When we had that rivalry that we wanted to go up against, we meet them face to face, offline. No excuses, no BS saying that, there's lag. None of that. No.
The lag excuse is completely out the window.
Yeah.
My joystick's broken. Oh, come on,
Exactly.
bro. I've heard that one.
Yeah, exactly. You should have had a better controller if that was the case.
Oh my
Okay?
god.
We said it face to face to each other, not just sitting on our home and talking. This was the real thing.
I gotta tell you a story.
Right.
I got a good story. I got
please
this
do.
one because I remember this one. It's a
do.
long time ago.
Please do.
I went to I think it was when it was a trip. It was a church trip, and we actually went and we went to I think it was Great Adventures. I think it was one of the Busch Gardens. It was Busch Gardens. And and of course we had
You went all the way to Busch Gardens?
yeah we went to Busch Gardens. Freaking awesome.
All right.
It was fun, man. The Loch Ness Monster and that thing is like one of the best rides I've been on. It was absolutely
That's
amazing.
cool, man.
Oh my god! You want to talk about? Want to see your house from here? Yeah. That drop. Whoa, that's ridiculous. But anyway, so we actually went to they had a little arcade over there. Just like Playland.
Okay.
So I went in there. I was like, oh shoot. And then, of course, Street Fighter 2, I think it was Championship Edition. Yes, it was Championship Edition. Was actually there. And I was like, oh, yeah, let me just jump on, right? And, of course, this guy was actually whooping everybody's ass and stuff like that, whatever. And, I'm thinking, okay, this guy is good. Then I found out why. The controller somehow was not screwed in properly inside the controller. The controller, you literally had to lift it up. You had to lift it up to actually play it. Now, check this out.
Yeah.
Me being a very ingenuitive person, I actually popped in the quarters and everything, and I started kind of figuring it out because I was trying to press down and it wouldn't press down. So I was like, oh my god, I can't duck, I can't back up, I can't block. So I'm getting smacked around and stuff like that. I was like, okay, no problem. Then I was kind of wiggling the joystick and I felt it, and I felt like it was actually loose. So I lifted it up, and then I started playing it almost like old school style and everything, kind of like my fingers that had the controller kind of stuck between the fingers like this, lifting it up, and I was playing the game kind of like that. Dude, that guy was was getting nervous because I was like literally starting to whip his ass. And I was playing and and stuff like that, and I was like, I was going through these dudes like crazy. It was like 3, 4, and then of course I went up to this guy and the thing who was playing his freaking for Sagat and the thing, and I was playing this Guile. So I kept on doing my moves, dude. I pulled off a freaking jump kick, standing fierce and everything, double flash to this guy, dude. The guy was sitting right there like. He couldn't believe it. I was like, and I think one of the counselors was watching, and he was watching everybody and everything getting pissed off because I was whipping everybody's ass, and I had to leave, so I had to give somebody my controller. Obviously, when the person got the controller and realized the controller was broken, he looked at me again, and it's like. And I was so fucking weak. It was like one of my greatest times though. I actually I whooped people's ass with a broken freaking controller. Anyway,
That's such a great.
I just want to throw that. I just want to throw that story in there.
I remember. Yeah. I'll make this quick though. I remember when I was where was it? It was over at Six Flags. Okay, and this is when I was in high school, and I remember. There was this one guy. He was whooping people's asses with Ryu, and then I decided to use Remy though. So with Remy, I kept setting this guy up. This guy would always wants to turtle with him. I don't know why he wants to do this freaking turtle. So whenever he did that, I do my little hop knee kick to get above him, and I keep throwing him, and I keep juggling him up though. He says, "Oh, you gotta stop throwing, man. You gotta stop throwing." I said, "Well, you need to stop turtling. If you keep turtling, I'm gonna hop jump you. I'm gonna throw your ass and car throw you."
Oh, yes. Okay. Yes, Capcom.
And he couldn't say shit, and he got pissed off and just left. And it was so great. All my classmates saw that, and they praised me when they saw that. Whenever he wants to throw a fireball, I time it just right. It's a jump low cold kick, and I set him up, and I keep nailing him with it.
Nice.
It was just so freaking great, and I just can't stand when people say, "Oh, you need to stop throwing. It's cheap."
Oh,
shut up!
Stop repeating your moves. Stop doing the same thing. Stop spamming your fireballs. Dude, I'm playing the game.
Stop throwing your little shields.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, stop. Yeah, and
I'm just going to spam even harder then.
Yeah, exactly. Learn how to defend it. It's in the game. Learn how to defend it. Figure it out.
Learn how to play. Just play.
Just play.
Exactly.
Come on, man. If it's in the game, it's in the game.
Exactly.
That's the way it is.
I'm going to take full advantage of it.
Yes. So.
And why? Yeah, exactly. And why do you think our throws are in the game? There you go. Okay. There's a purpose why they're throws in the game. How am I supposed to get around you? How am I supposed to hit you if you keep defending? You just stay there and block. Okay, I got to do something.
Yep, indeed.
There you go.
So,
but yeah, it was just so great just to like talk trash to that person. The guy wants to start something. Okay, I'm going to say something back to you, and there you go. Yeah. You don't like it? Piss off. Piss off, I should say. Not piss off.
Yep. Tony.
Yeah, but it just feels so good just to be somebody right there in their faces. It's just like so pleasant. It's
amazing.
Go ahead, Tom.
It's absolutely amazing just to see their dread on their face,
Yeah, the expressions in their faces when you defeat them, and then you get to see their pain You get to see the pain in their faces after their defeat.
Online doesn't have the same
glorious to
feeling.
see.
Yeah.
Exactly. You can't see it online, but when you see that like face to face offline, it's just such a pleasure.
Absolutely.
You know, it's glorious.
So Tony,
Yeah. But
you
don't-
have any awesome,
go ahead, Tony.
awesome memories about Street Fighter 2 at all that you want to kind of share?
I got really lucky that I had it very close to the house. There was it was at a pizza place or one of the shopping centers, and that's where I got to play it.
Nice.
Then, not long after that, my buddy that lived down the street got it on the Super Nintendo.
Ah.
So guess where half my class was every weekend or every day after school.
Yeah.
Playing
course.
Street Fighter in this awesome giant basement that was nothing but games.
Nice.
It was all Street Fighter.
Wow.
Nice.
And then I ended up getting Special Championship Edition of my own, and it was a wrap from there.
Nice.
That's probably what caused my insomnia that I've had since I was a teenager. I would be up till 4 a.m. playing
We
Street
all
Fighter.
did it. We all did it.
Yeah,
I
we
blame
did
Street
that.
Fighter directly.
Oh my gosh! I still remember
Right.
the all-nighters, the ones that when you literally didn't get any sleep at all, and then you looked at the time and everything, you realized that you had to go to school in 1 hour.
Yes.
That oh my
Yeah.
god! Oh
Yeah.
yes,
And then when you finally go to sleep, it just felt like a minute just passed by. I'm like,
Yeah,
damn, that's it.
damn, that's crazy.
I call out of work at night to go play to stay home and play Street Fighter.
That's
Oh, I don't blame you. I did that.
no, we all done it. No, we all did it. Come on,
We all
this-
did
this-
it.
we all
I
did
was
it.
about to job at the mall.
Yeah.
You know, I was a teenager. Yeah.
Did I tell you the times that I even cut class to go to the arcades?
Oh,
I think I told you
Dude,
the time.
we did that.
We
I
did.
got caught too.
we did.
Yeah, I got caught too. Listen, let me tell you something. That time with me and my friend, when we cut school for almost like half the day, but then and unfortunately my parents got the message, and then yeah, I got my ass whipped. But you know what? It was fucking worth it. I had a blast.
You are not a real player unless you actually either A, skipped the class, B, did a midnight launch and everything and actually called out of work for it. And what else?
I did that.
And oh yeah, absolutely. Or better yet, and everything in the middle of school, actually go off the campus and everything when you're not even supposed to, and actually go to the arcade to play some rounds of freaking World Heroes 2. Listen, I actually did that.
You had it good, man, because the problem is that I did not have an arcade place near around where I was at the time. You had to go skip town to go to that. So, but you're lucky.
Yeah. It's because believe it or not, so the true story. Actually, it was lunch period, and I said, okay, you know what? There's a pizzeria like down the path. You actually go through the woods, and you can actually go down the path, and you go right into the shopping center, which is like right down the hill. And inside the
you're so
pizzeria,
lucky.
they had freaking World Heroes 2. So me
Nice.
and the guys and everything would be like just having rounds and everything, playing as Hans, and playing all the different characters.
Captain Kid was my favorite.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
pizzerias always had the
Yeah.
dopest games.
Yeah.
Always. It was always
Oh,
at the pizzeria.
absolutely, yeah.
But listen, the smell of pizza and everything, the nostalgia, and then
I lost
gaming.
it. That's why I beat Final Fight. It was in the pizza
It's
place.
freaking awesome, mate.
Nah,
Best times. I remember
Final
I was
Fight
playing.
was beaten in the pizza place.
I got so involved in a thing. I literally was late for my class, and I actually went up there and everything. When I went in there, dude, listen, I had ways. I actually went because I found out there was a door that supposedly was not supposed to be open. I actually went through that door instead of going through the main entrance, and I found a way to actually go upstairs. And I pretended that I actually went to the bathroom without a freaking bus, without a hall pass, by the way, and went into the class and the thing midway, while they were doing their thing, and I was shocked because the teacher didn't even say anything when I was actually walking in there, and they actually, I think he gave me a look, and I said I had to go to the bathroom. I'm sorry. Kind of thing. And he was like, oh, okay. So and he just kept on going on and on. I was like, dude, I was so lucky, but it was just so worth it. I was like, come on, listen. I love all.
I wouldn't take
I had to. I was
serious
listen.
to go do that.
I do not. When I'm in the zone in a game, you don't lose that quarter for nothing. When I'm in the zone in
No.
the game, you don't lose. Like, listen, I was on the brink of finishing the freaking game. I wanted to finish the game. I was like right there. I was not gonna like sit right there and drop it. No. I'm going all in. I went all in for that game and everything. Finished the game, and I think I was satisfied. Saw the credits, and then I actually went over there, found out what time it was, and then I actually ran up the hill, and I actually found a way to get inside there. And so yeah,
Wow.
now good times, man, good times.
Yeah, good time.
And this was in middle school, by the way. This was not even high school. This is middle school.
Oh, you see, but you know what? You know what's funny though? It got so crazy when kids started cutting class to go to arcades. Though some arcades decided to put a rule sign saying that if you're under the age of 18,
Oh God,
and you can't come to the
they did.
they started doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and they even
started
had
doing that.
patrols. They even had patrols. I think it was.
Yeah.
I think like they had if they catch you off campus, and everything, because they're actually going around, they're doing their rounds. If they catch you off campus and everything, they'll take you directly to the principal's office, and you actually get, the letter gets sent home and all that stuff, and then you get prepared for an ass whooping.
I gotta tell you, when I went to go visit, when I went to Puerto Rico to visit my cousins, though, like after I finished graduating from high school, I actually went to their arcade though, and they even had the big signs in English and in Spanish saying that no kids are under the age of 18 are allowed to be in school hours. That I think it was from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. or 4 p.m.
Oh my God!
And then I asked my cousin, hey, cuz, what happens if you actually just go there during your? They said, oh no, they won't let you in. They'll send you back, and if you don't go back to school, they actually will call the school up, and then the school will call your parents, and then the belts are waiting for me at the doorstep.
Oh, there's stoolies everywhere. Huh? There's just stoolies everywhere.
Man,
Yeah.
we were bad. We were bad when we were growing up, and I think when it came to video games, I did anything and everything to try to get my fix, man.
Of course.
I mean, come on. Listen, I mean, when there's an arcade nearby, I still could. There's times and everything where I literally didn't even go home. I was supposed to come home after school, and I went straight to the pizzeria and everything, playing freaking games and everything over at the pizzeria. And then I'm find out, and then when you see the street lights coming on and everything, you know you're in trouble because you're that you're late. And then and then you go home, and then you try to sneak into the door, and then your mother's sitting right there, and you hear a, oh.
It's an experience worth a million PP.
Oh yes, absolutely, and everything. Listen, man.
Yeah.
I know what I say to myself. You know what I say to myself? Worth it, because I was actually got some good game time in.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
it was fun.
Yeah, of course, it was great. It was great times. I still remember when I went to an after school program. That's another funny story in the thing. Before we actually move on to our next subject.
Sure.
I skipped a after school program. And there was a bus that was supposed to get on. I never went on the bus, because we were going to the bowling alley. Now I went over there and I went to the bowling alley. The bowling alley. And of course, it's like 15, 20 games and stuff like that all day. And I had money to spend, so I went in there and I was playing Narc. I was playing freaking Primal Rage, playing Superman.
Holy shit!
Come on, man. We're talking about old school classics, everything. They even had Operation Wolf.
Wolf?
Thunder was a
Operation Wolf.
Operation Wolf and Operation Thunder. They had both. I was like, oh man, I was in heaven, man. And then all of a sudden, one of the counselors that for the after school program saw me. I was like,
oh shit.
So, and I found a way to kind of sneak myself out, right? And try to find a hiding spot. But guess what? The message actually already got sent home. My grandfather caught wind of it and stuff like that because my mother was working late. And long story short and everything, I couldn't sit down for a few hours. Let's just put it there. So good times. Yeah, I lost a few layers of skin that night. But other than that, It was yeah, good times. Though it's still good times. So I miss it. But it was so awesome. Oh man, good memories. But
Oh yeah,
yeah.
those are wonderful memories.
So, but yeah. Anyway, like I said, Street Fighter 2, still the best memories I've ever had. Love it to death.
Absolutely.
And it will always be the mainstay
Thank you,
of
Capcom.
video games. Yeah, video games forever.
I got one last thing to add.
Go ahead, buddy.
Let's hope that. Yeah, I want to hear.
Here's the thought I had. Like, you know how popular Street Fighter is, right?
Yeah.
How come that's not pre-installed on our computers like Tetris and Solitaire?
Dude, yeah, you're right. No, you're right.
Oh, right.
We're gonna see that within the next couple of years. The original Street Fighter preloaded in your PCs.
I'm pretty sure you could actually get like games like Mega Man.
I'd be so cool with that.
Mega Man, you could probably get like as a free to play. I mean, I heard that Capcom.
No, but I'm doing sheer popularity.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like Tetris, it's as big as Tetris, dude.
Yeah, Tetris. That's true. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
that is Snake.
That's my opinion. I mean, yeah, it has.
But doesn't Capcom have like a homepage or something that you can play like most of their classic games?
Oh yeah,
for free?
that's right. Almost like
Really?
Yeah, they do.
That's cool.
Their homepage. Yeah, they'll have something like that.
Mm-hmm. So you can play like Mega Man. I think it was Mega Man 2.
Ghosts and Goblins,
and also what's it called? Oh, that game Gargoyle's Quest. Demon Crest. That's right. It was Demon Crest. You could play
Demon Crest. Yes. On the SNES.
So you can play those games off the browser. Off the browser. That's pretty wild. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know what though? I'm surprised that Street Fighter 2 is not added to the roster. Oh, you're right. You're absolutely right about that. I think that
it's one of those prepackaged games like Snake in your phone.
Yeah,
that's Candy Crush.
Oh, I
Candy
love
Crush
Snake.
is already installed on my phone.
Yo, Candy
I've
Crush.
never played Candy Crush.
Candy Crush is like crack. I mean, first,
that's why I didn't play it. I'm afraid to.
I played the game. I
don't want to touch it.
as just casual. Okay, I was like, my wife was all crazy with the Candy Crush, and I was like, you know what, whatever. I'll play it. I'll give it a shot. 2 hours later, I was like, dang, how did I get addicted into this freaking game? Holy crap! It's like I just got it sucked me in. It sucked me in. I don't know how it did it.
I fear games like that. So
yeah, it's almost as bad as Bejeweled. Bejeweled and everything is still it's another game. I still play this to this very day. But anyway, yeah, let's get so we're going to get into because we actually get into the closing time and hour.
We still have some time. We got to. You want to get to the
main topic? Yes, absolutely. Which is actually was a shocker, to be honest with you, during the week. Asha Sharma, that the CEO of Xbox had made an announcement that Project Helix, which is actually supposedly the next generation of Xbox, is actually going to be not revealed, but more details were going to be revealed during the GDC, which is coming up in the 11th. And now everything's a buzz about that because people thought, the initial thought was that Asha Sharma was going to be the one that's going to terminate Xbox. Or better yet, the Xbox was going to wean its way away from the console market. Yeah. But, obviously, Asha Sharma assured everyone, said, no, we wanted to actually do the return to Xbox and everything and concentrate on the console part of it because that's the roots of Xbox and also the fans, too, as well. So now, fast forward to today, or to yesterday. I mean, it was yesterday. They actually had more details during the week. They actually had more details about what it could possibly entail. Well, it's supposedly be a PC Xbox hybrid type of thing, so you could be able to play Xbox and PC games off of the console. It's supposed to be a more powerful, more substantial console. And the price point and everything is not going to be for the faint of heart. I know that I have a feeling that.
Yeah.
I have a couple of speculations myself and everything, but we'll get into the details about that. Now, the specs and everything that they have for the console is not even You know, everyone's always having speculations. They're saying, oh, it's going to be 25, 35 teraflops, blah, 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 blah. Listen, I don't care about the teraflops. I just want to know if it actually can be able to play the games that I actually enjoy now. I want to know if they is actually going to keep up with the backwards compatible initiative. Because remember, the Xbox 360 tried to do the backwards compatibility with the OG Xbox, and it didn't live up to its name because the emulation was kind of off. The games were not perfect. There's a lot of graphics missing. Maybe some assets were missing. All that stuff. And so it didn't really play well. Now, when the Xbox One came out, no one they weren't even thinking about backwards compatibility until later. They implemented it later, and they actually had a whole entire team of, from some of the top programmers that created an emulator that was built from the ground up that had the actual assets of the OG Xbox and also the 360. So whenever you playing those games, they actually had either enhancements, the achievements and everything was still in there. You could be able to use some of the functionalities of Xbox One for your LG Xbox and Xbox 360 games, etc., etc. And also you have the ability to be able to improve the game. Either the slowdown in games and everything gets removed, they smoothed out the graphics, so on and so forth. And even they went to some of the original devs that created the game and said, okay, well, we need some of these assets for these old games so we can have work for our console. And that's what they did. Will they keep that same energy with this new console? I don't know. Because everyone's been having these thoughts and speculations about where they're gonna go from here, because they talked about cloud initiative and all that stuff. I don't know. I'm really speculating about where they're going to go with this. And Satya Nadella, you know what he wants. He likes that word AI, and everyone, has been fearing this AI thing that everyone's been talking about. Is like, oh, well, I hope this console doesn't, have this co-pilot nonsense in my console, blah, 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 in a new console. And what if Satya is going to decide to, say, hey, well, this is what we want, kind of thing. But of course, Asha assured a lot of players out there who's, because she's been really active right now on the social webs now. Really active. She's banking on everything and putting her name on it and saying, listen, I'm putting my reputation on this right now. We are going to go back to form of what Xbox is. Okay.
I want her to wow me.
Yeah, actions speak louder than words. Everyone knows this. Okay.
Yeah.
The proof is in the pudding. Now you have to. I want to be able to taste it. So, this is what I want. So GDC is going to be the key. I need to know what exactly they want to do, what their direction is, real direction. What are they just talking bullshit when it comes to everything that they're promising? They mentioned blades. Everyone's been, believe it or not, someone actually did a concept. Someone mocked up a concept and everything of having like Xbox blades on a next generation console. Bro, I look pretty damn good. I'm gonna see if I can try to find it. I'm gonna try to put it on the screen. Some people are excited and some people are skeptical. It's right now it's about 50-50. Okay, I'm lying. 45-60. 45-55. Okay, there you go. So I don't know where exactly we were gonna go with that. So the logo that they actually mocked off and everything, the one you see right behind me, that supposedly is supposed to be the new concept of what the Xbox logo is going to be. Are they trying to get away from the old Xbox concept to try to get them out of that and get into the new, or are they trying to erase, the history and saying, hey, we're gonna take it, or we're gonna start from scratch, from where the 360 ended to the new generation of consoles, where you actually play the games that you love, the passion, the Renegade. We'll see about that. Let's find out.
It looks like a basketball.
I don't know. I mean, it does look like a basketball, right? It does look like a basketball.
But it looks like a basketball.
It looks like a basketball, but it still has that X mark to it. If you think about it.
Yeah.
A little bit of Under Armour there too.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's simple. It's a simple emblem.
It might grow on me. We'll see.
I mean, listen, if they
what am I gonna do? If I like the games but I don't like the logo, I'm not gonna play the games.
Well,
it's kind of stupid.
No, it depends.
It depends on the games and what they're gonna have though. And listen, if they want this thing to be successful, they have to have exclusive games. Okay?
Yes.
It has to have exclusive games, because why do you think Sony, it just came out this week and said from now on, all their games that's going to be on PlayStation 5 are not going to be on PC anymore. They just made an announcement saying the Wolverine game is a PS5 exclusive. Yeah. Well,
and Suros.
I mean,
another game called Suros. That's another game.
It doesn't. Yeah, but here's the thing, Tony. Even though I know it sucks for everybody, but you have to understand Sony's point of view on this. They want to get people to buy their systems because this is their product. They're the ones who pay Zymonic Studios to make this game for them, and they're trying to get people to buy their systems, and this is where they're going to get their sales from. So that I totally understand what they're doing with this. And if Microsoft wants to be able to, remain around that area to be in a good situation, they have to start doing that, because Nintendo has their exclusive games as well.
Nintendo stuck to their guns. They did one Nintendo exclusive. Not one Nintendo exclusive is ever with the PC, as a matter of fact, ever. And then, of course, never went to any other console. None of them have. And that's Nintendo's advantage. That's the reason why they're getting hundreds of millions of consoles sold yearly. And
absolutely.
And this is something that that Xbox kind of lost the plot on, because it just felt like they actually just kind of said, you know what, like, we're throwing in the towel. We are going to do the kumbaya thing, and we're going to have our games, bring the games to where you are. That's what we want to do. We want our games to play everywhere. You can play it on your PlayStation. You can play it on your Switch too. You can play it on your Xbox if you want to. If you want to play it on PC, you can. If you want to play it on your toaster oven, you can. You want to play it on your phone, you can.
Play it on your Samsung refrigerator.
You can play it on your Samsung refrigerator. You can.
I bet you probably could.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I think I did see. I think I did see a thing like that. Having your toast and everything, and play your Xbox too. This is the thing. They diluted their fan base. They did. It's a fact. Yeah. They did. And if you notice, year over year, their console sales have been dropping dramatically. Not even by small percentages. We're talking about 15, 20%,
a lot,
30%. That's a significant. That's significant losses.
Yeah.
And you know what? Do you think that Satya is sitting there and not paying attention to this stuff? Of course he is. Of course he is. Any fool who's actually dealing with the money over there, even Amy Hood was sitting right there and putting this bullshit freaking number up. Oh, we gotta make 30% revenue on all of our product and everything. Or no, where did you come up with that number? How do you figure Xbox video games in general doesn't even reach that mark. They could. I mean, you know what? Even 15%. That's a high mark, especially when it comes to video games. 30%. Where do they come up with these numbers? It makes no sense at all. And that's the kind of mark that they were actually want, because they want a return on their investment. They spent $64 billion on freaking Activision Blizzard. 64 billion with a B. And they want to return, and they want to return on their investment. That's the reason why, you know. And of course, they had to fight the court system to make this happen. They had to fight because obviously something like that and the thing, you know, they were afraid about making it a monopoly, blah 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 blah. You know the whole thing. You know, the FTC was actually licking their lips about this thing. They were like, "Ooh, this is an opportunity to actually stop them cold. You know, make a name for ourselves. We gotta stop this deal right now." That deal has been. You know how much money Xbox lost that year? You know, they lost millions that year from lawsuits, from all these things, from the trial and spending that time. They spent the $64 billion, and the $64 billion was laying stagnant. They were making no money, no headway at all with that amount of money. And obviously, that's the reason why once the deal cleared and they actually cleared everything in the court, they had to make that money back. And that's the reason why all those things, those like the price of the consoles going up, the prices of the accessories going up, the price of freaking Game Pass going up twice in a year.
That was ridiculous.
You know, and all these deals, and of course they had to make a deal with Sony saying, okay, we can't make Call of Duty exclusive for 10 years. Every Call of Duty game has to come to a PlayStation console. Has to. There's no compromise. And Nintendo gets their own version of Call of Duty as well. That they had to go through all that. And of course, because of this new cloud initiative that they were throwing out there too. But come on, think about this, man. Look how much money they actually had to try to make back. You know, with Blizzard and King, they had to lay people off. You know, the layoffs, just to make that money back. They had to do the layoffs. They had to close down studios. They had to do all that stuff. Now, fast forward, they realized they were bleeding money. Xbox was bleeding money. They actually were making revenue for the games, but they were losing money from the consoles. They were losing money during for all that stuff. And what happened? You know, I mean, recently, you know, of course, Satya was starting to get frustrated. Obviously, there must have been some internal talks and stuff like that. Even Phil Spencer himself, you know, was figuring out what do we do? What do we do? We did everything we can. We increased prices on everything, and we're still not making ground. We're still not making up ground. You know?
Of course not.
So
we're not going to pay that. People are not going to pay that amount for those systems, though. I mean,
$700. Who's going to pay $700 for a game console that's been out for over 5 years? Who? Who? I'm not.
Yeah. No, nobody is.
It's ridiculous.
It's going to be left on the shelf. It's going to be left on the shelves. You know what's the saddest thing, though? I mean, everybody most people will be happy about seeing a Halo game on a PS5. It's like Halo. It's like Master Chief is like the mascot of Microsoft, and to see that his game is going to Sony, that's pretty disheartening, to be honest with you. It's like Microsoft just lost their mascot. You know,
it's almost like I told you. It's like throwing the towel. It's like, oh, you know what? We give up. And you know what? All the speculation was happening. Xbox is getting killed. They're killing off the Xbox team. Xbox, you know, they're no longer doing consoles.
Yeah.
The project, whatever the heck they're working on, is actually canceled. All that stuff, all those rumors were swirling. You know, they said, every single game is coming out to every single console day one, and all that stuff. All that stuff what's going on. And you know what? It's unfair to players that 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 all these games are actually going to other consoles. Oh, I don't have to buy an Xbox now. Oh, I don't have to buy an Xbox now.
there you go.
I can play it on PC. Oh, I don't have to buy an Xbox now because I can play it on my PlayStation. Oh, I don't need to buy an Xbox now because I can play it on my Switch too. See, you know how ridiculous that kind of sounds. I mean, look, it's so bad to see an Xbox brand that was built with passion and love for the game get completely obliterated and eat itself alive just because they need to make that money back.
It's sad.
It's ridiculous. It's
Terrible.
so stupid. And I feel like okay, you know what? They're gonna have to figure out something. And people were saying, well, you know what? Now the ship has sailed. You already said it yourself. You want your games to go everywhere. You want your games to be able to play everywhere. That's what you said, right? This is when Phil Spencer was actually in the helm. Why wouldn't you want to have our games played everywhere? You still get the opportunity to play the game, but now everyone else gets to play it. Everybody, I'm your friend, you're my friend, everybody's friend, hold hands and everything, kumbaya and everything, we are the world, kind of thing. So, but now I'm starting to see something a little different because Sony is now taking their toys and taking it home, and Nintendo, they've been doing it. So, and now Xbox is out there into pasture, pretty much. They're pretty much like this. They're like, we're the only ones doing it now. It's almost like everyone else is, you know what? Forget this. It's not working for us. But Xbox is like standing alone on their island right now, and the island right now is starting to sink.
Yeah.
And you have all those consoles that are still out there right now, right? Are they going to buy those consoles back? No. Are they gonna,
No, of course not.
Yeah, are they gonna lose money on the consoles? They probably don't want to, but eventually they're gonna have to. And you know what? All those stores, they're not gonna sit on their product and their thing for years. They're gonna sit right there and sell the consoles back. It's like, you know what? It's not working out in our store. We're just gonna, we have to, sell back half our stock, which is the reason why you can't really find an Xbox anywhere sometimes.
Yeah.
It's play off the
collecting dust.
Right.
It's just collecting dust.
Collecting
That's
dust.
what up. That's all it is.
Right.
That's all it is.
So, but anyway, fast forward to today. Phil Spencer. Great guy and everything. Passionate player. He decided to see. You know what? He probably had some internal talks, and said, okay, well, it's my time to retire. So he retired. He's no longer the CEO. He's out of Xbox, but he's actually in. He's still in as an advisor for Asha. So she's basically helped her usher herself in and everything throughout the summer. And Sarah Bond, who was actually part of the Xbox Studios team, she decided to pretty much throw in the towel. She quit. She took off. Or resigned. She resigned. And there was a lot of talk and everything, a lot of speculation going on about about her demeanor and everything. They didn't like the way that she was running things. A lot of ideas was kind of like it's my way or the highway kind of thing. These are real. This is real talk. This is real talk. She was like pretty much an all-in person. I guarantee you, half of the things that she was talking about, nobody liked, but she went with it anyway. And that's probably the reason why that things went wrong. Like the trust factor and the respect factor and all that stuff went downhill. The Game Pass, probably the Game Pass increases and everything was probably her design. Saying, okay, well, it needs to be sustained. We need to sustain it somehow. Amy Hood was like, listen, we need to see return on our investment. What are you going to do? all right, let's increase the price of Xbox Game Pass. First, it started off at $14.99.
Was she the one that was originally started the whole Xbox ROG thing, that handheld system?
Oh, the ROG Ally? Yeah, she
Let's
was.
see.
Yeah, she was actually the one that actually kind of
Did
pushed
that
that.
thing really? Did that thing really sell well? Because I haven't heard anything. Not so many people are talking about it.
Yeah, it just disappeared.
It did.
Off my radar.
Yeah, it was selling fairly well. It was not like gangbusters, but it was selling fairly well. People were spending that money, $900.
I heard people's like. I didn't hear anything like people were talking about it.
No one's really talking about it because it didn't really have like hundreds of thousands of units out there. You know, it was like a small amount, but people who actually got their hands on it wasn't actually enjoying it. You know, because it was a hybrid, and it was kind of like what the Xbox could be. You know, so you could play PC games, you could play Steam games on there. All that, and play Xbox games on there, and it has the Windows, kind of integrated in there as well. So
yeah,
but the thing is, because of the departures and Asha kind of taking the reins on it, I feel like they want to right the ship. They have to make their money, and the only way to do that, and this is something we told everyone, they need to go back to the way Xbox used to be. Exclusives. Hell, even timed exclusives are okay. But exclusives nonetheless. You have to have the exclusives. People were talking about Starfield coming to PlayStation and all that stuff. I still haven't heard any official word. Fable. They already said that Fable is supposed to come to freaking PlayStation. Eventually. I mean, a little bit after Xbox's launch for Fable,
right?
And they already jumped on Forza Horizon 6 as a day and date now. So that means as soon as it comes out,
Xbox have any exclusives that are worth keeping it?
See, this is what I'm saying. Right now,
but this isn't sounding good.
I know. But this is the thing, right? This is the thing that I'm saying right now. They need to somehow, because right now they already put their foot in it. They need to find a way to wean themselves off of that stupid publisher kick, because right now, it doesn't look like they want to stay on that boat, because they're losing money. They're gaining money from the software, which is actually where you get most of your money anywhere, but they're losing the fan base's faith. And when you lose the fan base's faith, you're losing Xbox, and when you lose Xbox, you actually lose your main source of revenue.
I agree.
And that's where the problem lies. So
yeah.
I feel like Asha was listening, and she's learning, and she's watching, and she's actually hearing on both sides, both Sony fans and Xbox fans and PC fans, and listening to all sides, where the positives and negatives are, And I feel, and this is something I already told. I said, I think I mentioned to her during the tweet. If you want to right the ship, number one, you have to have something. You have to have games that are great, that run great, that doesn't need all that freaking cloud initiative build BS. They don't need it. Halo needs to hit hard. It's okay to give them the remake of Halo. That's fine. But any new Halo game that's coming out, it has to be a solid exclusive. It should not have the opportunity to be able to get it. Give it like a 2 to 3 year window if you would decide to bring it to any other console. They have to give them a long window. Sony doesn't.
The Halo game.
Sony doesn't.
The Halo game. No, the Halo game has to be superior, because Halo is not in a good shape that it's in right now.
Yes,
especially with the last game.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
Yeah.
The new one, E-Day, I haven't heard anything
Gears of War.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gears of War E-Day. I don't know if it's coming. It's coming to Sony's console. They didn't really say definitively if it's actually going to be a day and date or if it's going to be a timed exclusive or anything like that. They didn't mention any of that stuff. But me personally, if I were the smart man, I would actually say give it the long window. Do just like what Sony does. They do what you call the long window. They actually have an exclusive, like for instance, Stellar Blade. That game right there is up in the air. They called it an exclusive. It's not exclusive. It's not really technically exclusive. The publisher had a contract, and every publisher that Sony does games, and on the contract there's a clause. You cannot put this game on any other console for X amount of years, 5 years, 10 years, whatever it is. And then once the years are up, then the game could actually go. Like for instance, Final Fantasy VII, the remake, remaster, and all that stuff.
Yeah,
that had a window. That's the reason why that now it's available for the Xbox. But you know what? They were not allowed to bring that game to any other console except for the Nintendo Switch, which actually was okay. But Xbox was almost like kryptonite. You know, just as green as the box, just like kryptonite. They cannot put it on an Xbox console. Now, people are mentioning the thing about Sony actually taking their toys and bringing them home, taking them home. The only reason why they're not bringing the games to PC for another reason is because the Project Helix, the new console that it's kind of threw out there, has the ability to play PC games. Guess what? Sony games that actually was available on PC is up. It's actually available to play. So if the PC side of the console is real, you could be able to play those PlayStation games on the home Xbox. Mm-hmm. So that's probably another reason why that Sony was like, oh no, that's our competition. We can't allow this. That's probably the reason why they're saying, you know what, multiplayer games, okay, but these single player experiences, this is ours. So Wolverine, no.
Right.
Freaking Suros, that new game, no.
Yeah.
You can't have it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have it. And that's the reason why.
And I don't blame them.
Mm-hmm. So
I don't blame them.
Yeah. So right now, I mean, March 11th is right around the corner. I am gonna speculate on cost. The cost of the console right now, I have a feeling it's gonna be roughly in the $900 to possibly $1,000 mark. I just have this weird premonition that it's going to be around there. Why? Because they wanted to try to make the game not too completely out of reach, but they do want to have it more competitively cost for what's going to be inside of the console. And on top of that, they have to have a very solid launch lineup. The launch lineup has to be solid, and on top of that, it has to be exclusive.
Let me get this straight.
Yeah,
it's a console that can play PC games with almost no exclusives. So far, the exclusives, it's still up in the air because remember, Asha, she actually put it on a tweet. She says that everything. The plan is a plan until it's not the plan. So that means what does that mean?
What the hell? I have no idea.
It's a weird concept, but here's the thing, because all the plans that they have right there have a window. Once that window is up, then everything's up in the air. Now there was actually a nice little tweet that actually happened not too long. Just recently, just now. I'm going to put this up on the screen. I think I'm going to show you in a second.
See, my only problem with this is like, it sounds like a really, from what I'm hearing, okay, so a console that can play PC games with almost no exclusives. What's the point? Why?
But we can
Why
get
would
it.
it be? Why would it? Why wouldn't a console player just end up going to PC? And what would make a PC person want to buy that? Who are they trying to reach with this? And if Xbox goes down, that means no competition. No competition, artists and developers get lazy, and then we get slop. So I want
Yeah.
healthy competition out there.
Well, yeah, which is
Yeah.
which is
Competition is good.
which is the reason why that right now this initiative I want more details.
Yeah,
All right, so
Yeah.
definitely got to start following this a little closer.
okay, so
Yeah, I need to see more details to even make a judgment on this though.
yeah, I mean March 11th, like I said, March 11th is right around the corner, and I'm going to be watching with bated breath exactly where they want to go with this because I want to know. Because Jason Ronald, he's actually the head of the technology and
That's on a Wednesday.
and hardware team. Yeah, he's actually going to be doing the address of what's going on about the specs, about what they're expecting in the console. There's going to be like 3 different panels or something like that. And they're going to talk about everything, and they're talking about how the PC developers, they make PC exclusive games. How they're going to be able to develop on the Xbox and actually be able to play the games directly on the Xbox with their make it easy transition so you can be able to play the game on Xbox and also on PC. All these things. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm kind of what do you call it? Cautiously optimistic, but also kind of like a glass half empty, half full kind of thing. I need to know where it's going to go from there.
Here's the thing about because you're gonna have people out there that don't want to get a PC because the problem is I understand there's a couple of people that don't want to get PC because what if there's like a specific game that they have to get like they have to get like different ROMs, they got to get like different like cards and stuff like that. So the only people they're gonna attract with this are people that only just wants to deal with consoles. So that way, when that specific game comes out, on that console, people just have to buy the disc and that's it. And they don't have to worry about if their computer can run it though. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that will get people to buy that console, from what I'm hearing so far. So
it's a very niche audience you're trying to reach. Then I don't see that being profitable.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I mean,
you'll definitely.
That's like surgical. That's like surgical marketing, man. You're only trying to reach like a very small amount of people.
Yeah, but you never know. You'll be surprised. There's actually people out there that just wants to have consoles. They just don't want to have PCs where they got to keep building this and they got to add this, add that. You'll be surprised that there's quite a few people out there. But the thing is that you got to have something that saying, okay, this is the system. This is going to have this game. This is going to have these games for that specific system. I want to get this. They have to have that. If they don't have it, then it's going to be a loss.
Yeah, well, you know what though? To all in all honesty, I mean that this is actually going to be a first of its not really a first of its kind, but is an opportunity to really build a strong opportunity to have not only a powerful console, but some games that say, hey, this is why you want this thing. Because listen, without the games, you're just carrying a freaking powerful paperweight. I mean,
yeah.
And just to put it lightly. And if I be frank, people actually are very hard on Xbox for several reasons. One, they got burnt because of the Xbox One. One, because they actually didn't concentrate on games at all. They were actually concentrating on all the features.
Entertainment.
Yeah, entertainment and features. That was their thing. Okay.
They're trying to reach like the audience that doesn't really like play games.
Right.
That's the problem. They were reaching the wrong audience.
The wrong audience.
That's what hurt them.
Yep. Oh, okay. 2, when Phil came on and took on the responsibility and everything, and he actually tried to right the ship, he was trying to get it back to where it was supposed to be. The games. It's what it was supposed to be about in the whole thing, right? Now, problem is that you hit the powers that be, that ones that hold that freaking paycheck, that hold the checks, so to speak, the money. You know, they're like, okay, well, I'm not gonna give you any money until we actually start seeing results. So he had very little to work with, and he had to really start like shaving a lot of things. For instance, a couple of games had to, you know, get canceled. A few games had to, you know, not even come into fruition. But he also realized it too, that he needed developers. He needed some more dev teams, more people to, you know, publishers to create more games. They only had what, 2, maybe a handful. They had what? They had Playground Games, right? They had Playground Games. They had Turn 10. They had what was it? Who did Halo? Halo again? Not
Bungie.
It wasn't Bungie anymore. It was
Not Bungie. The Bungie.
yeah. It was sorry. 343. Yeah. 343 Series Studios. They actually, you know, they took over. Yeah.
They're the ones who took over.
Exactly. They took over. So that's sweet, right? And that was it. 343. Thank you, Dorian. Hey, Dorian, what's going on, man? What's up, buddy?
Yeah, what's up, Dorian?
But that's all they had. That was the only publishers they had. How are you going to build a awesome lineup with only 2 to 3 publishers that are exclusive to your console? You couldn't. Not even Sony. Even Sony at that time had about 10 different developers and everything on their consoles, right? Creating exclusive games all the time, creating great hits like Uncharted, creating games like like God of War and all these great games, right?
Listen, Metal.
You know, they did have Bungie at one point. Yeah, that's right. But you know what? They effed up. They actually said, you know, they got rid of Bungie. Bungie decided to become a what we call it, indie developer. In other words, an individual developer. And then they were starting to lose money. And what happened? Sony swooped in and said, you know what? Come to us. And that's exactly what happened. And I still remember that dreaded day and everything when Destiny was supposed to be a Xbox exclusive, supposedly. And then they said, nope, it's coming to Sony's also. It's coming to Sony's console too. Damn. I still remember, I believe it was in, was it a Halo? I forgot what game. They actually showed that symbol, that Destiny symbol, was actually showed up in one of the panels on one of the they were actually teasing the next game. And now, you know, the exclusivity completely out the window. Even Rise of the Tomb Raider was supposed to be an exclusive. Nope. They cowered. They actually got weak and said, nope, we're not making it exclusive anymore. Because everybody's like, well, what about Sony? What about PlayStation? What about PlayStation? What is PlayStation getting it? Every single game that they actually were developing that's supposed to be exclusive, everybody was saying, is it coming out for PlayStation? The confidence of the Xbox brand was dwindling, dying. And you know what? Everyone saw the writing on the wall. They had to find a way.
Remember they said that Starfield and Indiana Jones was supposed to be Xbox exclusives?
They were supposed to be.
And yeah, look what happened.
So, why do you characterize that as getting weak? Oh.
Yeah, interesting. How do you hear this?
Yeah, okay. Listen. Okay. Let's think about this, all right? the 360, Xbox 360, their strengths was based off of what?
It was huge.
Of course, number one, exclusivity, right? 2, the fan base. 3, all the Xbox Arcade, Xbox Live Arcade. Oh my God,
It
that
used to
was
be amazing.
brilliant,
Yes.
brilliant.
It was awesome.
Okay.
Why they got rid of that, I don't know. They should never have.
That was so stupid. I
They should
don't
have
know why
never-
they
yeah,
did
that
that.
was dumb. I don't know why they did that.
You know, I mean, then they changed it to
It's
ID.
crazy.
Then they changed it to ID Xbox and everything, and made it and more of an indie initiative and a thing, which is a good, it's
Which is
noble.
cool, but
It's noble.
they didn't have to get rid of the other thing.
Yeah, exactly.
No, they didn't. They should have kept it.
And then of course, they're changing of the guard. That's exactly what was going on. They wanted to change the way entertainment was through the Xbox, which is what happened. So of course, when you had Don Matrick come in there, because I mean, this is at the tail end of what the 360 actually was, and everyone knew that there was a new Xbox console in concept, and everybody was excited about it, including myself. I actually sat there. I went to the Microsoft store. I still remember to this very day, and I actually watched the stream. And trust me, my smile went to a frown in literally 30 minutes. And I said, "What the hell am I watching?" They really destroyed the confidence of what Xbox was. That first initial showing, they barely showed any games. What did they show? Call of Duty Ghosts. Okay. What else did they show? Nope, nothing else. They showed some concepts here and there. That'll help. They even showed a little concept of the Quantum Break. But that was it.
You gotta beat that.
That was it. So you know how frustrating it was when you actually look at that, right? When you look at all of that, that is the concept of getting weak. You're getting weak because you actually lost the plot. You lost exactly how you got there by changing your initiative to something like entertainment. Oh, let's make it an entertainment thing. Let's make it for everybody. Let's have to connect it to the box. Let's have it so you can be able to, you're not able to trade off your games. You can be able to. Oh, you have the disc, but you can only share it with 2 or 3 people. Really? See, this is what I mean. It's a stupid concepts one after the other. And the thing that Don Matrick said during one of the interviews, well, if you don't have the internet, there is another console you can actually get your hands on, an Xbox 360.
Yeah, I'll never forget that.
Okay, you just considered mass murder. You just created mass murder. You commenced the Harakiri.
That was a really stupid thing to say.
Yeah, you just killed your own product, you dumbass.
Yeah, you just committed a Harakiri in front of everybody. In front of everybody. Yeah. So, all right. So you know what? That's when Xbox literally died. Xbox died that day, and basically, it was on life support, and Phil Spencer was the one who was sitting right there with the freaking, sitting right there with the, just that's it. Every chance he can get, clear. That was it. It was every single time. Trying to gain the trust of the fans again, trying to show the lineup of games again. I mean, granted, when they showed off Killer Instinct, I was excited, but not everybody was, because everyone was talking about was what they are doing, And when they showed the price point, forget it. The game was over. Sony just literally just drove just literally came over there and everything and started adding more dirt to the hole. Just kept on digging it and saying, hey, you know what? This is how we share your games.
Right.
So, but that's the worst of it. So now they have an opportunity. Right now it's opportunity. They have an opportunity to learn from all their mistakes, kill it off, right? Just, literally have whatever the plans they have right there, just let it play off, end it there, and then the era of Asha Sharma begins. And this is right now, like I said, this is an opportunity. It's a big opportunity right now to revive Xbox. And make Xbox, what it should be or should have been, the continuation of 360's greatness. So, so what do you guys are, thoughts about that?
I got one question before I go on.
Go ahead, Tony.
How much is this thing going to be? Did you speculate?
All right, my speculation I already said. I said roughly between the 900 to roughly, I would say I'm speculating $900 to $1,000, which is actually like a low ball right now.
That's pretty steep. Okay, yeah. So from a consumer's perspective, a very casual guy like me, who already has a Series X, a PC, an arcade cabinet, mobile phone with a bunch of games in there too, and basically the entire library of the entire world at my fingertips in my PC. Nothing about this new thing entices me to buy. It's a console that can play PC games. I got the PC, I got Steam. And lately I've been playing Xbox, and I'm realizing it doesn't even matter that I'm playing the Xbox, because the games I'm playing, I'm like, hey, wait a minute, I could be playing this on anything I could get my hands on. PC, PlayStation, whatever. Mm-hmm. What's the point of even having an Xbox? Even if apps with where you can play the Xbox without needing to physically have an Xbox.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they're doing here. If they want to compete in that market, why not just get to the gaming PC market? See what you guys got. You guys got first access to a lot of the parts, right? Maybe you could build something amazing. Jump in there. You know what I mean? But as far as a new console, I don't even, me personally, I don't know how everyone else feels. I'm not in on. I got to see more. Everything's inconclusive. But as of now, I'm not in on the new next gen from the Xbox. I'm jumping ship to PlayStation.
Okay. All right.
It just doesn't. It sounds like you're shooting. It just sounds crazy to me. Okay. You know what I mean? A casual console gamer is not going to want to spend $1,200 on a console.
No, not at all. I mean,
you know what I mean?
That's for $1,200? No, not at all.
Absolutely not. This I don't see any positives in this thing. But let's see what it offers. Who knows? It might be more powerful than a PC. It might be super fast or have like lots of memory and some really good exclusives. Who knows?
A plug and play.
I gotta see more.
Yeah. So yeah, the plug and play market, which is basically what a console is. Basically it's just already has set specs that either scalable by game or design. Is an opportunity. You can't upgrade it. You can't really add more parts to it. It's actually what it is.
It just sounds like an overpriced console. Right. And if it's part PC, it's obsolete. It's going to be obsolete in a few months. The PC part, at least.
Yeah. Now.
So
I agree.
It sounds crazy to me.
Yeah, it's true.
With the info we have right now, it just sounds crazy. Yeah. Let's see what comes out further down the road.
Yeah. So, but playing devil's advocate, just on how the markets are going, and of course, what everyone has been demanding Xbox the Xbox team to do that they refused to do because either Amy Hood was probably sitting there and saying, nope. We're not investing any more money until we get this money back. And Satya was sitting right there and saying, okay, well, we want to invest this much money in our AI initiative and Copilot and all that stuff. What is Xbox going to offer to be able to help these out? Where we feel like we're going to be making more money from. That is what I feel like what happened when the Xbox teams were losing employees, they were downsizing, they canceled projects, and all these things, that horrible things that actually happened over the years. And I don't think, I'm just spitballing here, that Phil actually liked what was going on. I have a feeling that he kind of forced his hand. I mean, he literally left before the anniversary of the Xbox. He left. And of course, Sarah Bond, who's supposed to be his successor, she just left. She retired. She not retired. She resigned. She resigned her position. She said, "No, I'm not going to take that. I'm not going to take hold of this." And I have a feeling that Satya was probably feeling it. He was saying, "Damn, what do we do?" Asha, being a young, eager type of person, probably had some very bold ideas that they were probably listening to, and probably said some very important things. We need to get our fan base back. Without the fan base, Xbox is dead. Okay, it's just plain facts.
Don't lose me, man. I mean, what?
Okay, so
what do you have to offer me to keep me around?
Right. Exactly, and that's
I can't get anywhere else.
But that's what I'm talking about. They need to have something. Oh no! She here's the thing. She did not. She did. Okay, Chris actually put up there. He said, "Wait, what makes you think that she didn't resign because she was passed up?" Oh no!
Oh
no! See, everyone's sitting there and thinking that Sarah Bond was actually kind of like just skipped over. The thing is that if she was skipped over, there had to have been several reasons. Either A, the teams didn't like her concepts, which is actually something that's been talking about internally, or B, that she's almost like a tyrant, like the my way or highway kind of thing. There was probably ideas that were very obscure, and didn't really fit well with most of the teams, and of course, Sarah was like, okay, well, if you're not going to do this, we'll get somebody to do it anyway, kind of thing, and probably they didn't like that, so she probably got voted out. Who knows?
Leadership sounds like a mess.
Yeah.
It sounds like typical corporate BS.
I have a feeling that it might be that.
It might not even have anything to do with the product.
Right.
It's internal BS about
Who knows what the fuck
leadership
happened?
butting heads. It's usually
the leadership was already kind of diluted and messed up anyway. Because listen, all their teams are all scattered and stuff like that, and half of the information probably doesn't get passed from one team to another. You get tales for two cities all the time.
There's a lot of disconnect going on.
A lot of disconnect. And that's where the major issues were, because there was zero communication. Half of the teams didn't even know they were actually getting disbanded or left until the day before. Some people didn't even get the email. True. Yeah, people didn't even get the email. They got the email. I
saw that on LinkedIn. I was like, my jaw dropped.
Yeah, come on, it's ridiculous.
Didn't even get a phone call. Not even a freaking phone call.
Not even a phone call. Not even a week's warning. Not even nothing. No. Oh, yeah, we're letting you go. I'm sorry. We're actually part of the teams that are actually being liquidated. Here's a severance package or whatever it is. Some people don't even get a
Failed
severance
any
package.
dream I had of working in the video game
And
industry.
you want to know what's crazy? I remember when I forgot what it was. Was it the disaster of the return of G4, like that atrocious disaster? Like there was people that found out that G4 was shutting down. You know how they found out? They found out on Twitter, and they found out on news outlets that they were shutting down. They were losing their jobs. They didn't even send them like emails or even phone calls telling them, "Hey, we're shutting down," before the news outlets put it out there that
Wow.
the town was shutting down. Yeah.
Damn. Didn't even have the courtesy to do the reach around. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing that's
Crazy.
the corporate
Madness.
the corporate madness that we deal with. So here's the thing. But see, this is the kind of thing that actually makes me wonder exactly where we're going, because obviously Xbox is the brand that I know and love. I actually grew up, I have an OG Xbox, still play it from time to time, still has some amazing games, still have the great memories.
I still have my original Xbox hooked up in my living room, and I still got my Halo Reach Xbox 360 that I had since 2010 when the game first came out. That sucker still works.
Yep.
I still have that. I got my Xbox One X hooked up in the living room right there, and I got my Series X in my room over there. So
yeah,
and it's a shame that what's going on with Xbox right now. They really have to hit something, and I don't need to repeat myself about this, but in order for me to be interested in your project, like I said, you got to have the games. You got to have exclusive games, though. If the exclusive games are not there, then people are not going to buy the system. And you can't just say that, you can play this on PC too. Then the people who have PC, well,
yeah, I'm going to go play it on PC.
Right.
Exactly.
See,
that's the thing, though. And hold on, before you go on, hold on, let me finish here.
Yeah, go ahead.
The thing is that Sony has an advantage now, because they reportedly said this week, and I said this before, just in case you felt out, all you players out there missed it. They said from now on, they're going to have their games exclusively on their system. So you're not going to see Soros, what you said, Soros, and you're not going to see the Wolverine game on PC. If you want to play those games, you got to get their system. You got to get a PS5. Mm-hmm. This is what Microsoft needs to do with their system. They have to do this. If they don't, it's going to be a loss for them again.
Yep.
And they're going to close. They're going to have to shut down. They're going to have to shut down their doors.
Yeah. Yep. I completely agree. Because right now, they're stuck between a rock and a hard place, because they put this initiative right now in the open. They put it out in the open. Literally verbatim. Oh, you can play anywhere, Xbox anywhere. You can play it on whatever. Whatever you play it once.
Doesn't work.
You buy it once and you can play it anywhere.
Doesn't work.
Now, you see what the problem is, right? Who's going to want to buy a new console, for a game that
at
you can literally
$1,200
play? Yeah, exactly. Or play it on anything else. Who's gonna want to do it? Listen. If you're a collector or whatever it is, I can understand. Or if you actually have money to burn, I get that.
Yeah, that's a real niche market.
It's
not sustainable.
Right. So, but for the average, we're talking about the average player out there, who actually has some money to spend. What are they going to be willing to part their money with? Now, Sony has an opportunity to put out there the PlayStation 6 with some pretty decent specs that could be able to play the games fairly great, and of course have a lineup of exclusive titles that is only dedicated to that console only, and not any PC. You can't play it on your phone. You can't play it on your other consoles or your competitors' consoles. You can only play it on your your box, your PlayStation. That's the advantage. That's an advantage. Nintendo's been had that advantage because believe it or not, that basically, let's just put it this way. Nintendo right now has the console that can, that has all the exclusives. Everything that's on that console besides the multi-platform games is exclusive. They have it. They cornered that market, which is the reason why they're still selling like gangbusters. Sony kind of lost the plot because they realized that even the president of Sony, and PlayStation, they said, "Listen, we're bleeding money. We need to find a way to make our money," because they already knew that the console market was stagnant. It was, it's a niche market. It's always stuck at that 50 to 100 million players. That's it. 50. That's their cap. It doesn't go any higher. It doesn't go any lower. You don't make any more. You don't have any more players. You actually, they might even buy the console, right? Let's just say a new game comes out. 30% actually buys that game. That's not enough. They look at the numbers. They say, "Oh, this is not enough. No, we need more players to buy this game." What are you gonna do? So we know what they did. They tried to copy what Xbox was doing, bringing their games to PC to reach more players, so they can actually get more groundswell. Probably to try to grab them from PC to come to the PlayStation, which is easy to do because there's still some games that are still not available on PC. Xbox, on the other hand, nope. They say, "Hey, listen, you know what? Every single game that you actually make has to be play anywhere. Has to be on Game Pass. Has to be able to play on PC, blah 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 blah, and so on and so on." They diluted themselves. It's almost as bad as actually having a one jar of freaking chocolate in their thing, try to spread it over a mile. You're gonna lose it. And they have to find that. They need to find that balance. The balance is simple. The problem is the powers that be. Are they willing to take that jump? Are they willing to take that risk? Now, as you can see on the screen, there was actually some news that there was discussions between Satya and also Asha. And going down the list, it says that Asha Sharma has, so basically from Satya's perspective, Asha Sharma has my full trust and a blank check to revive Xbox and fan confidence no matter the cost. And then, if you go further down, it says this is quite critical because it means 30% target, the target that freaking Amy Hood, who is actually in charge of the financial departments of Xbox, she's in charge of that. Is the focus is actually reclaiming the throne that was lost during the Xbox 360 era. So they need to bring it back. 360 era, they have to. There's no error. There's no room for error. They need to go back. They need to go back to what the Xbox was. If they don't, then the console that comes out is going to be dead and buried. That's my opinion on that one. Any final thoughts and everything before we get out of here?
No, I said what I have to say about it. So we'll have to wait until Wednesday and see what else details they give us, and we'll take it from there.
Indeed.
That's it.
Yep.
Got nothing else to say about it.
All right, no problem, guys. But yeah, but this is good. This is a good conversation. I think we'll actually hold off on all this stuff because March 11th is creeping by. We have to find out exactly what their plan actually is about this Project Helix, and I think we don't know what is it going to look like. What's it going to entail? Is this backwards compatible? Are they going to continue the backwards compatibility initiative? That means all those games that everyone's been asking for that yet to be part of the Xbox 360 backwards compatibility hasn't even showed up yet. Yeah, Xbox needs to get their act together. You're right. You're absolutely right, Dorian. But like I said, it's all wait and see. So we're just speculating right now. So they need to wow us. They need to wow us big time. I mean, like literally, like almost atomic level, nuclear level. They have
Like glowing boobs.
Yes.
Level.
Yes, glowing boobs level. It's definitely with the shining nips. All right. So anyway, let's get on out of here. Let's say our goodbyes, and we're gonna discuss this further later on. Probably in the near future, probably after March 11th. But I'm so glad that you guys are showing up, and thank you for joining us. We had an awesome time, great conversations, and of course, Xbox needs to do the right thing. So you want to say our goodbyes? Let's get on out of here.
Yes, sir. So, players, I hope I'm wrong about what I'm saying about Xbox. Let's wait and see. We need healthy competition out there, or else if everything is one system, it becomes slop. Seriously. The best games come out when they're competing with each other. On that note, I'm going to play some more old Assassin's Creed because, yeah, I feel like it.
You still that Origins kick, huh?
Yeah, man, I'm having fun traipsing around ancient Egypt,
Nice.
just dicking around.
Awesome, man.
Other than that, yeah, keep leveling up, reach those limits, break through them. Love you, players. Play on. See you Sunday.
Indeed. Johnny?
Players, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate that. And we'll just have to wait on Wednesday, and that's it, because I'm not going to speak any more further on this topic until we see more details. So I'll just want to leave it at that. So I can't. Yeah, I can't. I don't want to say anything more about it until then. Then after we get the full details after Wednesday, we'll talk more about it. But for now, I'm just gonna continue playing what I'm getting. So, like I said, this weekend I'm gonna try to catch up on some Scott Pilgrim EX and play that Blood Rain Betrayal, and that's it.
Fix those achievements. Fix those achievements.
Exactly. Come on, get it together, guys. We don't like to have games on release and you got broken achievements. Not cool. But other than that, hope you gentlemen have a great weekend, and then we'll be back here Sunday night. We'll shoot the kook.
Indeed. And of course, all of us and to all of you guys and you guys are awesome. Thank you for joining us every single day. You can actually always reach us every Friday and Sunday, 8:30 p.m. to whenever we actually get finished. We have a lot to talk about, of course, and of course a shout out to all the players that actually respond to us, and we love the interactions. Keep on doing that. We love that. It actually keeps us going. And of course, you can always reach us on our Twitter pages, Twitter or X pages, and of course, go to our Instagrams. You can see that on our descriptions as well. Of course, we're still working on that Patreon, so we got some great things coming up, and a thing that you're really going to enjoy. Trust me, you're going to want to be part of the Patreon. And of course, once again, shout out to W. Thank you for being our awesome sponsor. So, once again, thank you again for joining us for Gaming Trouble. Keep on gaming and keep on leveling up, and we will see you next time. Have a good night, everybody.
Almost forgot to compliment my beard.
Listen, you know what? The best shaved in the beers and everything. You don't even have to say it anymore.
And Johnny's hair. You forgot Johnny's hair.
I think I said that.
I want to leave the players with a laugh.
All right. Have a good night, everybody. Indeed. Take care, guys.
Have a good weekend, players.
Later.